What's up, everybody? We are all still breathing, all still alive. Fucking started been 6 months since I've been here.
It's like we'll be backstage and Alan could figure out how to turn the fucking stream on.
Yeah. I'm like a damn rookie all over again.
Reaching around, he's like, what is it now? How does it work?
We're all still alive, but unfortunately, fucking Doc Holliday is no longer alive, which is unfucking fortunate. So I heard that news that morning. I woke up and I was like, "This is going to be a horrible way to start this day." And I was mad at all people. It was like 6:30 in the morning. He's like, "Dude, fucking Doc Holliday died," and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, Ryan was pretty upset about it. That's kind of like on Sylvester Stallone dying for me. Ryan's a big Val Kilmer fan, so he was all bummed out about it.
I've said this before, man. Like I've never been the music somewhat I've been a fan of The Doors, but I fucking hate Oliver Stone's The Doors. I hate that movie like so much. But granted, with recent events, I probably would go back and watch it one more time just to be like, man, like fucking gave it his best. But he did though, man. Fucking Val Kilmer kind of came off in that movie a little too poetic for me, I guess. But that was Jim Morrison, I guess, at the end of the day. So
yeah,
whatever. Separate the man from the music. But what's up, Steve?
What's up, guys? Sorry.
Oh man, yeah, we're gonna be on here tonight showing the shit we picked up, and it's gonna seem like I picked up a lot of shit because I got a lot of shit here to show. But this is over a pretty fucking big span. I would say over a month, maybe a little more than a month.
It's been a long time since we've done a haul or anything.
Yeah. When was the last thing? When was the last time we all linked up and did a stream? It's been at least 2 months now.
I would say 3. But if it ain't 2 months, it's pushing 2 months.
Okay,
I'll have to go back and look.
It's been a
but
minute.
This stuff's been coming in. I just kind of stack it to the side because I know at some point we're going to do this. So I'm happy when this stream's over. I could put it in my fucking app, put it on the shelf, and be happy. Make a little room in here because I got a mess in here right now. I always have a mess in here. I straighten it up, and if I fuck it up the next day, so it's a never-ending battle.
I mean, Alan's constantly on vacation. Johnny works 7 days a week. Steve works all the time. It's tough to get everybody together on the same page. So whatever we can do them, we'll do them. It would be it's fun to see what everybody's got. I know Steve's got a bunch of shit in, but there's been some pretty good announcements. At least I think so. Like I saw A24 is doing Talk to Me on 4K. That's interesting since we already have a 4K, but maybe it's going to be like, remember The Witch from A24 got a 4K, and then Second Sight did it, and they did it better. So I'm kind of hoping that's the case with Talk to Me. But after Possessor, I'm like, I don't know. Now I don't know where to butter my bread here. Normally I would get rid of the A24 one. Normally I'd get rid of that one in anticipation for the Second Sight one. But now I'm like, maybe I should see the Second Sight one, or maybe somebody should see it, and I should get some feedback on it first.
Kind of surprising we didn't get a 4K of it, like right out the get-go. And then I remember the movie had been out for a little bit, finally got to see it, which I love the hell out of that movie. I've watched it multiple times. But I didn't realize how independent that movie was until both of the directors was on the Joe Rogan Experience. And he was interviewing them, and they were just like, hey, man, just by like the skin of our teeth, we actually got this movie made. Budget, money, finance, and the whole 9 yards. It was like to them, it was just kind of like somebody, they had found like an investor pretty much that had found faith in them. And it was just by luck that they got to make that movie. So I guess I kind of see why it didn't get a 4K, and it just kind of got the Blu-ray DVD treatment. And now we're going to get the 4K a little bit later on. But I mean, that's been the case.
A24
the case
did do a 4K.
A good bit.
A24 did do a 4K, but it wasn't like, it's like I said, The Witch got a 4K also from A24. And then Second Sight did it again after them. And it's the same thing here with this. Like, I didn't think I watched the scan. I thought it was a good scan, the A24 one. But I mean, Second Sight, they're known for their scans. Maybe they'll do a better job with it.
Here's
Steve, you picking this up?
I'm a bitch for that movie, so yeah.
I know you picked it up. It's like the 4-year-old version when they asked him, like, "Are you free tonight?"
Yeah,
he's like, "Yeah, I'm free." I know you free, dude.
Titles, they come out and they do a lot of justice to it. I'm gonna pick it up for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the artwork could have been better. We talked about it. The artwork could have been better, but I mean, it's Second Sight. Second Sight, they do a very basic kind of, it's their traditional Second Sight artwork.
Well, Steve, you got a couple different releases of that one already, right?
A
I've
couple
got
hundred.
pretty much every release they've put out. I think.
I remember like you holding up like a steelbook one night, and I was like, I didn't even know that fucking existed.
Yeah, like anything that they put out with like I don't know decent artwork or features, I'll pick it up.
Oh yeah, it's a great flick, man.
Yeah.
Tonight's stream sponsored by Crown Royal, by the way.
Nice.
So, late night stream, bottle of liquor, go either way, real good or real bad.
Prescribed by your doctor.
Which is funny, it kind of is. So, let's see what we got out there in the chat tonight. Ken Carlson, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, Ken?
Got my Brood 4K in today.
Cool.
Yeah.
Second sight.
Nice. What's up, Chris C?
What's up?
Chris,
Sydney Eubanks, what is everyone? What's up, everyone? Let's go. Yeah, man. Good to see you, Sydney. Appreciate you being here. Ken says, I'm actually awaiting what this steelbook set is going to look like for Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, I didn't get it because y'all know I'm a fucking Blockbuster box set whore, and I know he's doing a special box set for it. So I'm going to save my $300 something, give him $100, get a box set from him, be happier to pick and shit. And I wait for the U.S. releases. Then again, if fucking set might finally get released, I'm gonna hate myself for not getting it. But I don't know, man. $360, 300 plus for that set. That's a lot of fucking money, dude. Like, as I fucking just paid that much for a chainsaw, but that's still a lot of fucking money.
Hopefully,
was it a Husqvarna?
Sorry.
Fuck, it should have been for that price.
Exactly.
But we'll see. Be interested to see what it looks like. Says I have a lot of questions, so get ready, y'all. Hey, bring them on, man. That's why we're glad you're here. You got the best questions. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Man, I haven't seen one of your streams in a while, man. I turned one of yours on. You got the damn beard going on, man. Where'd that beard come from? Damn, you must have grew that bitch overnight, man. I guess it's been a little while since I've seen one of your videos, but damn, that beard's looking good, man. You got it rocking.
Taking all the right vitamins.
What's up, Tony?
What's going on, Tony? My problem is I want to grow my beard out, but I go through a stage where I look like a fucking overage, fat, homeless man. It gets all fucked up. And so, like I said, it gets to a point where I just can't take it anymore. I got to trim it back down.
And I think for the longest time, like everybody was
where he's got his at, where I think it would look good, but I don't know.
For the longest time, like everybody thought you were like a construction worker there for a while. They were like, we know he does construction.
All the kids be I'm gonna fucking laugh at Christmas and shit. Want me to bring them toys?
You'll see him on the side every Monday.
Say hey to Steve. Chris said hi, Tony, and everyone. Sydney said I just purchased a lot of DVDs by Hamilton Books. Nice, man.
You can score really cheap on that site.
Hamilton Books is a great place to find some physical media, that's for sure. Jim Harwood, what's going on? Umbrella's 4K chunky set of Talk to Me makes Second Sight seem redundant.
It's pretty big.
Didn't it came with a fucking hand, for God's sake.
Yeah, the deluxe did. I've got it right here. My laptop's on it.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, first question from Sydney. What is your best blind buy in 4K, Blu-ray, or DVDs? Oh.
Recently or like
well, it's just something to come to mind. I had this back here. I pulled the DVD of Primal Rage. It's maybe the best Bigfoot movie ever. This is crazy gore. The line bought that.
Official release.
Yeah, I have a Blu-ray of it now, but best blind buy Blu-ray, I would normally I'd say Stand on Spirit Creek, but I'll say Brawl and Cell Block 99 for Blu-ray. And the 4K, I mean, probably like something like Suicide Squad comes to mind. I blind bought that, loved it on 4K, and it looks great on 4K somehow. I mean, it looks incredible.
I'm gonna say for Blu-ray for me, it's gonna be the Clovepitch Killer. That's gonna be up there for a while. That was one that you recommended, Brad.
Yeah,
and I fucking adore that fucking movie. I love it. Great blind buy, great blind watch, whatever you want to call it. As far as 4K goes, recently, I wouldn't really call this a blind buy because I really technically haven't bought it yet. I guess I bought it on Vudu early. Me and Ryan watched The Companion. If you haven't seen The Companion, I'm a big fucking fan of that movie. If you guys seen The Companion, it's going to be a recommend. I know I got one. My boyfriend, my son's girlfriend, watched it. She didn't like it, and she's pretty knowledgeable in movies. When I first met her, she came in this room. She's pulling some deep knowledge on movies, directors, and all kind of shit. So I was pretty impressed first time I met her, but she didn't like The Companion, so she lost a notch on that. But I don't know. Companion was fun. You guys seen The Companion yet?
Yeah, I liked it. It's like exploring that robot fuck doll.
Yeah,
Thing where it's like
I dug it, man. I'm
that's
gonna
the
call
end of
that
the
my
human
4K blind watch.
the end of the human race right there. It's over the day that happens.
Yeah,
I'm totally sold on that movie already.
It's good. I like
it's a Jack Quaid. That's his name, right? Jack Quaid, right? I'm becoming a bigger fan of his. I loved him in The Boys, and everything I see him, man, I'm really enjoying him a lot. So I think he's got a bright future. Huge fan of his fucking dad too, so that helps too. So
his uncle. Bigger fan of his uncle. Randy Quaid.
Oh yeah, well him too. I'm talking about Dennis Quaid.
Yeah,
Randy Quaid. Yeah, that's right. Randy Quaid's his fucking uncle, man. What a life this motherfucker had. I bet your Uncle Randy stole some killer parties.
What a Christmas party!
Oh, dude.
It must be.
Chris says I have the Umbrella 4K steelbook hand. 4K have talked to me. Yeah,
I'd be selling that type of thing.
I am
I've
thinking
never
seriously
seen
about
any
selling
of
mine and
these.
getting that hamburger helper hand like Steve's got. Unless Steve wants to send that
Steve's
to me.
got the legitimate. That's the hand you want.
I've got 3 of them so far.
yeah. You want the hamburger helper hand.
The hamburger helper hand needs to be in this room. It's just it's a crime that it's not. It makes me sad every night, but it's not. So that's going to be fixed soon. I'm going to talk to you, Steve, and find out where you got that from again. I'm going to get that ordered. It's one of the coolest things I've seen you throw, I think, on your channel since we've been doing this.
This guy.
Yeah, the A24. Yeah, I got the one from A24 is one I got. Yeah, that's just that's got to be mine.
And stuff that's wearing this.
All right, so Synapse said Intruder is coming in 4K.
That's gonna be
Ready to
sick.
go.
I'll buy that shit. Day one.
Prom Night 4K is definitely confirmed. Scan is being done now, according to Don May Jr.
Intruder, it's fun. I don't want to pull Dead Pigger and say like we're super cool and everybody's not, but like until that, did that just do Intruder was just on Joe Bob, right?
Yeah, last night.
Like whoever talked about that movie before it went to fucking Joe Bob. Like me and Johnny, we talked about that movie we've all talked about it. It's like the gore, that's some of the best gore you'll ever see, the most realistic gore ever. But now, I mean, I'm glad that it's getting the attention and we're getting a new release of it, but it's just funny. Like now it's suddenly everybody's like favorite movie ever.
How many times does that happen, though?
That happens, yeah.
A movie
Joe
gets
Bob's done
dropped.
that.
Oh my God, I've waited for 30 years for this movie to come out.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, never fucking heard of it.
It's easy to see how everybody shines a light on that movie all of a sudden out of nowhere. Because of course the Raimis are attached to it. You know, Sam and Ted's also in that movie as well. Not to mention the cameo at the very end. Bruce actually himself pops up the fucking chin. So yeah, I hope if they do, yeah, they definitely puts up the 4K. Thank God they did the Blu-ray that they did because that looks great. Even the 88 Films one looks great. But man, I would kill for some new commentaries or some new kind of interviews like talking about the film, because I know there was a lot of issues with the actors and Bruce Campbell on set to the point where they were like, that guy's a fucking jerk, we're gonna quit.
There's
walk
always
off the
issues
set.
with Bruce Campbell. He's an asshole.
Yeah, always. But
I've heard that many times.
yeah, even the cop
I am
that
a fan of
was
his, but I heard he is a serious asshole.
His mother hates him. I mean, that's the way it is. His mother will not return his phone calls. That tells you everything about Bruce Campbell.
That's rough.
it's a whole new level of hate right there. But yeah, I'll buy that shit day one though. I'm sure Synops will do a great job with the 4K scan.
They announced Deadly Spawn is about to be finished on 4K. I don't know how it's going to look. It's clipped. It's, the materials are rough, but still, that's a big one. That's going to be one that people will be finding and talking about. That's a lot of fun.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah. And the DVD stuff.
So follow the found footage horror I got last year on DVD. Impressed me for what it is.
I never saw Followed.
I recently bought Clovich Killer from Hamilton Book, but still need to watch it.
Oh,
Man, check that out, man. I think
it's like if you were the killer, Wilkie. That's the movie.
Yeah.
It's like Ned Flanders is a serial killer. That's the movie.
Yeah, I mean, you look like Mr. Nice Guy, whatever, but if you were like a massive, crazy ass serial killer,
Yeah.
that's what that movie is.
Yeah.
You know, drop all the kids at Boy Scouts and then go kill somebody. So,
And start. Well, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything about
yeah,
it.
it's so fucking good.
The,
It's so well
the
done.
worst home invasion in history.
Oh yeah,
It's
my
terrible.
back.
Horrible. Whatever. I'd fucking throwing his back out, climbing in the window and shit.
Damn. I gotta watch this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, check it out, Johnny. You'll dig it, man. I still got to redeem myself for your ass from fucking the Dick movie, the horse fucking movie. That's the last one I recommended to you. I think my recommendations don't mean shit anymore.
Nah, dude, look, man, that was a great flick for what it was, man. Like the worst part of that whole fucking movie is right when we're getting to the end, and the two guys that are basically still left alive from being fucked by the horse. By the way, they play a fucking Nickelback song at the end. I'm just like, yeah, that match is perfect.
What's really funny, Johnny, is as I'm watching this movie, I'm thinking to myself, I got to tell Johnny about this movie, whatever that means. So,
Hey, I appreciate it, man. It was great. Had a great time with the with Zully over there watching that shit too. She was just like, Alan watched this movie you recommended it?
why are you friends with him?
Why do you talk to him? It's on Hamilton Book, so it can't be much. It's worth picking up for sure.
I tried to do the whole thing too, where I was like, no, just listen. He's trying to buy all the movies from A24, so that way he can catalog them and kind of go through each one and watch all of them. And she was like, yeah, right.
Yeah. And this is the first one he bought, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I even got a custom slip made for it. I got a custom slip made for that movie, which is real bad.
Forever the friend with the horse dick fetish.
Ironically, that's the one slip I have where the glue made out of horses is coming undone on the slip. Oh, that was kind of funny.
Imagine that.
All right, moving on from that shit, 'cause I can go deep on that. Movie recommendations: The Order 2024 crime drama thriller directed by Justin Kurzel, Jude Law, Nicholas Holt, Journey Smollett, which I'm not familiar with. Sydney's rating 4 out of 5.
Not familiar with that one, no.
Strong rating. I have to check it out, man. I need to do a list of movies. Chris C says The Great Blind by Blue was from Anchor, my 4-film set. Let Me In, Apollo 18, Pandorium, and the Crazies remake. I'm a big fan of the Crazies remake.
Crazies remake's getting a 4K now. It's in
Yeah, that artwork you sent me, Brad's badass, by the way. That's the day one.
It's kind of like one of those random things, but he said Pandorum, and my brain for some reason I was having a conversation with somebody maybe a week ago, and I was just like, God damn, isn't Ben Foster like great in everything he's been in? Like he's got to be one of my favorite top 5 underrated actors of all time.
Yep.
He takes that
Harry
movie
Dean
totally
Stanton.
serious. It does really well in it. It really elevates the movie. Honestly, it's a good sci-fi movie, but it's even better with him in it, and Dennis Quaid's great in it too.
Another good example of an actor that does that is Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown makes everything better. He should be a lead man in everything. I think he's fantastic. Excuse me. Magic Hands, what's going on, buddy?
So man,
All right, Jim says, did any of you buy anything from the Kino Lorber sale? I bought 27 titles. Oh, man, I don't know how many times I have bought at least 27 titles from that sale. But no, I have stayed away from that sale right now. I haven't got anything. I want to say there's nothing I need, but every time they have a sale, I go in there and buy 50 titles.
Yeah.
You know, so I've been kind of you're not going to see this way tonight because I'm fixing to show a bunch of shit, whatever. But I've been trying to be a little more careful what I'm buying. But that Kino Lorber definitely has the best sales of any boutique company. Don't y'all agree? Their sales are second to none.
and all the time.
Severin last 2 times they've had really great sales too. So what was it? $6.99, $7.99 Blu-rays from them.
Yeah.
It was a great sale.
I think probably the reason why I stayed away from it is because I'm trying to thin out my collection a little bit of stuff I don't really need or want. And there's so many Kino Lorber titles that I bought in the last 3 years, and we're talking hundreds. And I was going through some of the ones, kind of cleaning out a little bit, and I guess I wasn't really in the mindset of adding more to it right now. But normally I would have been all over that sale. I am every time they have one, so I'll probably catch the next one, and I may look at that one and see what they got. I mean, like I said, if there's something I gotta have, but yeah, I bought a lot of shit from those sales though. I mean, hell, we all have. Yeah, Pandora way underrated.
I agree with him on that shit.
What's going on, buddy?
Makes me want to watch that movie now.
I got a bunch of your shit. I'm fixing to show here in a little bit, but I pimp your shit a lot. You need to know that. This little community here on my little channel here, I pimp your shit a lot, man. I am a fucking whore for your stuff.
Mark,
I absolutely fucking love your goddamn box sets, dude. I ain't ashamed to say it. And I got about 7 or 8 to show tonight that I probably already shown 3 times. I just haven't put them on the shelf yet. So yeah, dude, if y'all ain't fucking heard Blockbuster box sets, he's got a YouTube channel now. Motherfucker's killing it. Go over and check out his channel. He's a great dude, does great work. I can't pimp this shit enough.
Again, it's Mark, right?
Mike.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah.
I always, it's like you watch the live stream. It doesn't go every 10 seconds. It's Mike, by the way. It's like I'm here.
No, I didn't know the fucking name. When I did that review of the Rocky set, he sent that bitch to me for a review for free. Yeah. And if you notice the whole video, I never say his name because I'm like, goddamn, I know him as Blockbuster box sets. And so,
well, he needs to. I saw that RoboCop set that he's going to be putting out. That needs to come to the dungeon for review. That would be that'd be a set that I know Alan would love.
Oh yeah, and he's doing he's breaking up the Marvel movies in phases. He's got phase 1 coming out. He's got the Star Wars shit coming out, and what he does, which I think is a cool little idea, is you don't know like he's doing Star Wars, right? He's doing a Star Wars set, and so what he does, he sells these 14mm cases, and does the artwork for each one. They all line up, they all match up. So because some people have the fucking steel books, some people have the basic Blu-ray or whatever. This way, if you want a uniform set, whatever, you can basically get these 14mm cases from him. They're going to fit perfectly in his box sets. And when he releases the Star Wars box set, which for me is going to be a fucking day one. And if you want to send that to him for review, be welcome to. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. But this one right here, this is a great idea because you have a uniform set of every single movie that's going to fit. It's going to sit in his box sets. Like I said, stream brought to you by fucking Crown Royal. But like I said, this is a great fucking touch, great idea. And he also sells these fucking inserts. If you do have just a basic Blu-ray bitch, these inserts will go into those box sets and make it where if it won't be loose in there, it'll fit snug. And you can buy these next to fucking nothing on his fucking site. Just little cardboard inserts. They go in there. They sell these fucking adhesives. If you want to make it permanent, or if you want to just be temporary, you just slide them in there, and that'll make it where they will like slide out when you turn it sideways or whatever.
And
so I bought a short of those the other day.
Coincidentally, you have all the Marvel steelbooks that'll go in that set.
I have every single Marvel steelbook in 4K, so that fucking Marvel collection is going to be a day one for me. I'm very excited to have that set. But right now they're on the top shelf. You can't even hardly see them.
Might be a good idea to send that one. Might be a good idea to send that one too, Mike. And your PR.
Like I said, anything you want to send me, I will review it. And I promise you, I have been pimping your shit for a long time on this channel, so you know that. But yeah, I'm super excited about this shit, dude. Like I said, y'all know I'm a fucking slipcover package whore, and this dude here just fucking. I need to send him a monthly paycheck. How goddamn salary needs to go to his fucking shit.
Look at that.
So, hell yeah, man. Like I said, I am a fucking huge Star Wars fan. Ask my kids, anybody that knows me, I grew up in the fucking 80s. I had every Star Wars toy, every Star Wars fucking plane. I was a fucking dork. I'm excited about that stuff coming out.
You heard it here. It will be reviewed on Alan's channel, and you'll get to see all the different releases he has, and they'll all go in there.
I know it sounds like I'm pimping this shit out. I promise you, he ain't paying me shit. But I'm getting high blood pressure talking about it. That's how excited I get about his box sets, and I don't get that way about a lot of shit. So, like I said, it's a rare thing for me. So I'm a big fucking fan. So y'all leave here right now, go subscribe to this shit, and come back. So more subscribers he got, the more shit he's gonna make, the more shit I get to buy. That's the way I look at it. And y'all know me. Y'all watched my streams for a long time. I don't pimp this kind of shit very often, if ever. So y'all know I'm fucking passionate about it. So, and I'm also drinking a lot of whiskey too, so my damn mouth's running a lot. But all right, Sydney says, question: do you prefer character-driven stories or plot-driven stories? Oh fuck, it's a hard question. It depends on the movie and depends on the fucking actors. That's a hard question. I would say probably if I'm watching a Quentin Tarantino movie, then I want a character-driven story. If that makes sense. It really depends on the movie, man. That's a tough question to answer.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe it's a little bit of both, I guess.
Yeah. And while Mike's here, before I forget, his live stream, he was talking about he didn't want to do a director's box set because there's just too many movies to put in a box set. I had mentioned one time before, whatever, about doing a Quentin Tarantino's got one more movie supposedly he's making. It's going to be 10.
Do
I
a
think
one
a
and
Quentin
two.
Tarantino box set of all his movies, and I know he's doing Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, the whole bloody affair. He's got that one coming out, I know. But a box set of Quentin Tarantino, just 10 films, that would be badass custom artwork. That thing would sell like $2 ass. Not to coin your phrase, but
It's not my phrase.
but yeah, the Quentin Tarantino set, man, give that one a thought. I know you don't do director box sets, man, but like I said, after 10, supposedly he's done.
He's a director that it's his own genre.
Yeah,
So I mean that makes sense to do, especially considering he's only going to do 10. You know that.
yeah.
You know, you could make one, and you could make one, and then when the 10th movie comes out, make the second one.
I just felt the time to say that because most of the time I catch his live streams after the fact, and this is shit that I'm listening to going down the road. I want to say now that he's here watching my stream, I can say what I want to.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts on that. All right, need a custom slip for Event Horizon Steelbook. Yeah, that'd be a nice one.
It's a good movie.
River, man, what's going on, buddy? Hey guys, I took Brad's advice and been making bank by selling a lot of garbage on garbage VS titles that I bought over the years.
They're worth a lot of money.
VS titles, they definitely hold their value.
Yeah. Now that they're out of print, for sure.
Yeah. All right, Holland is laughing about something. I'm not sure. I'm sure he'll tell us in a minute. I will send you a Star Wars. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate it. I will give it the due justice. Jamie, how you doing, dear?
Hey, Jamie.
Everybody saying hey to Jamie. All right. Good deal, man. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, man. I appreciate you. Hang out as long as you can. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and get started here. Steve, you want to start us off here? Show us what you got.
Shit. We running through the whole stack, or we just gonna do a few at a time?
Might as well.
I got probably too much to do one run. Let's say 2 rounds at least.
Okay, I'll do a half and half.
Yeah.
All right. Well, one good thing Scream Factory did is they released their version of the Steelbook, so I was able to pick this up at a decent price.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool looking.
I always liked this one.
Back.
I wanted to get it.
Oh, man, I like that.
Yeah.
And what is that, Mondo?
But, like anytime. No, this is. I think it's a studio release. Like when it first
it's
came
an old
out.
Blu-ray. Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah. Let's see. Picked up The Cell.
Oh yeah, I like that artwork. I hear mixed things about that release. Something wrong with the scan or something?
I still need to watch it. I've still never seen this.
Oh, The Cell's pretty good, man. Surprisingly good with it being Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah. One of her first, I think. This was a blind buy. I don't know. I was expecting a lot more from this. It's got like what was it? It's that Donahue chick that was in House of the Devil. And the main character is the dude that was in The Wolf of Snow Hollow, which I really wasn't a fan of his character, him in that movie. But yeah, like Arrow gave it this nice release, and I just wasn't really impressed with the movie. But
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one.
That's
Yeah,
the
I took my
remake.
daughter
you're
to see
thinking
that
of.
in theaters. There was nothing else showing at the right time, and we actually enjoyed it. It was a total blind watch. And we had a good time with it. It was all right. Like I said, it wasn't going to change the world or nothing, but it was a pretty fun one-time watch.
haven't seen this. Is another blind buy. Hussy.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Luis.
Looks like something Tim Talks Talkies would buy.
But you never know.
Some old lady. It might be good. I have no idea what it is. But
She's in a lot of pretty good movies. Let's see. Got like The Murder Weapon and Deadly Embrace. Vinegar Syndrome release.
Oh, that's cool.
If you're a Linnea Quigley fan.
You see our thumbnail?
Yeah.
Linnea get wiggly on the thumbnail.
And pick this up because fuck Scream Factory. I haven't seen it since I went to go see it in the theater. I wasn't a huge fan. There was some cool visual stuff in it.
I remember seeing that and thinking this guy could be, he's the style. It's the same, and I'm glad he got to do long legs and put it to use.
Yeah,
You know,
he
What's the
probably
name of that?
does better when he's doing his own shit.
Gretel and Hansel. Screen Factory's got the 4K out.
Did a
Gretel and
4K
Hansel.
release,
Same-
yeah.
Same writer director as Long Legs.
Is that the same? That the movie I'm thinking of? That's got that Finn Wolfhard guy from Stranger Things in it.
No,
a
it's
different movie.
got the Bev from the It movies.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Picked up Daffy Duck's Quackbusters. I'm a Looney Tunes fan.
Not familiar with
Oh,
that
yeah.
one.
It's like an old Looney Tunes movie from the 80s. We talked about this.
Oh yeah.
Blind Buy. I just seen a lot of stuff online about it, kind of comparing it to Possession, but Brad told me that's not really the case.
Well, there's a tentacle monster, and it's fucking people. So yeah.
And I've been wanting to pick this up for a while, but I've been waiting for the right release. I really like the artwork on this, so finally snagged From Beyond.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Oh,
good one.
sweet.
Okay.
Brian Usna. This is what an '88 films release, but it's got like a really cool box with it.
I wonder if that varies any different from the Vinegar Syndrome release we got. What was it, about 2
Right,
years ago? I said.
scan.
I'm guessing it's probably the same scan. This is the same artwork that was on the slipcover for the release, but for some reason
I don't know how the features stack up.
And yeah, because I'll pick up multiple versions for different movies. This is another one I'll pick up. If I like the artwork, something pops up, I'll snag it.
That's pretty cool artwork. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, big fan. I still don't have it in my collection. I got to pick it up.
Is that French release?
No, this is I think it's maybe Italian. But it was like a collaboration with Madman and Mubi.
Yeah, that's a cool release. It's a
What site did
Blu-ray?
you buy that on? Did you get that from Amazon over there, or where'd you get that from?
I think I got it from Madman.
That's a new guy. That new guy. It's a new seller. But Mubi, you would think it would be on Amazon because it's owned by Amazon. At somewhere, probably Amazon Italy or whatever country it's from. Was that Blu-ray or 4K?
This is just Blu-ray.
Okay.
And picked up that finally.
Yeah, I'm looking to pick that up. Blair Witch from Second Sight.
Haven't really seen it pop up anywhere. I think I was able to get this on Diabolic, and you can get it directly from the Second Sight website. Oh yeah, and because titties and robots, I haven't seen this yet either. But
I've never heard of that. Subservience?
this is
Really?
Megan Fox's Fuckbot movie.
Oh. You just sold 8 copies of that.
I can hear the Amazon clicks right now.
Ching.
But I don't know. I'm sure it's interesting. So
Yeah, interesting.
there's half my first stack.
All right. We'll catch up on the chat here and we'll move on. All right. Dr. Tingler. Hey, hope all is well. Your Target exclusive. Jamie says that Evil Dead Steelbook is sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Chris says, hey, Chris. Says, I have the Evil Dead Steelbook. It's one of my favorites. Great remake.
Yeah.
Chris, I have the Scream 4K with slip when it came out. I heard there was something wrong with the Dolby sound on the cell. Yeah, heard the same thing.
Damn.
What's going on there?
Hey,
Said hi to Sarah. Cindy says movie recommendations: Limitless, 2011 thriller mystery science fiction directed by Neil Berger, Bradley Cooper, Robert De Niro, Abby Cornish.
Yeah, I like it.
3 out of 5.
It's a fun one.
That was a big thing for Netflix back in, like you said, 2011. I guess maybe it was 2012, somewhere around there. I remember when Netflix threw that on the streaming service, they were using that film, well, Bradley Cooper's trailer image, to promote Netflix that year because they were still trying to hawk that $9.99 deal or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think nobody pays $10 anymore for Netflix. I think it's probably like $18 now. Fucking 25.
It's ridiculous. Welcome back, sir. Jim says, "What did everyone think of the Wolfman?" I just watched that today. Matter of fact, I liked it well enough that I got the steelbook, but it took 3 tries to get one that wasn't scratched or dented. I got the steelbook as well, but I finally watched it today. I was talking to Brad about it earlier. It's okay. I'm probably going to give it. I haven't rated it yet on Letterboxd. Probably going to give it maybe a 2.5 at best. Probably a 2 out of 5. It didn't have a lot of meat on the moment it was all said and done. But that being said, there was some really well done shots in that movie. It's a movie that I'm going to keep in my collection. Whenever I like the way it was shot. It had enough tension in it, stuff like that. The Wolfman stuff was okay. It's funny how something like American Werewolf in London back in the 70s. Still pulled off a werewolf transformation better than they do in 2025. I don't know. Like I said, it was okay. That's the best I can say about it. One really cool shot I don't want to talk about because I don't want to ruin anything. But if you know, it's down in the basement. You get the human's perspective and then the werewolf's perspective of how you're looking at shit in the dark room. Pretty cool shot. But yeah, it was okay. Like I said, I don't know how many times I'll revisit it. Anybody else seen it?
Yeah, into the theater.
Yeah.
Lee Winnell, he's got good movies in him. I've not heard many good things about this one.
Yeah, I'm not raving about it by no means, but like I said, there was a couple times I was like, that was cool. That was a cool shot. But overall, the movie was very just kind of vanilla.
Yeah, I don't know. Usually if I'm watching a werewolf movie, like I want a werewolf in it.
Right. Yeah. I'm not gonna say there's not a werewolf in it, but it ain't much of a werewolf. I mean, and I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
There were some cool shots. There were. I definitely like the werewolf vision stuff. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. That was the best part of the whole movie, really. Sarah says she needs a steelbook. Chris says, I have the studio release of Gretel and Hansel. Have not watched that one yet. All right, question from Sydney. Name some movies that makes you want to fight or kill someone. Fear.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Trust.
The movie Trust with it's David Schwimmer directed it. It's called Trust.
Yeah.
David Schwimmer?
David Schwimmer directed it. The fucking guy from Friends, that guy.
Definitely going to go for Falling Down, like that movie.
Falling Down, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marink.
What was it? Skinamarink?
You want to fight the director.
That fucking make me homicidal.
But no, if you got a daughter, the movie Fear, if it don't piss you off, you need to go get checked out.
We need to talk about Kevin. Yeah, you want to beat that teenager's ass. It's like one of the most evil characters ever.
Good question, Sadie. Keep them coming. Mike says, have you seen Daffy Duck's Fantastic Island? I haven't.
Favorites.
Hell yeah.
You gotta check out. This is like Tony stuff. UK Tony.
I am a fucking Looney Tunes fan. I got a goddamn Porky Pig tattoo on my fucking arm. So,
I love Looney Tunes.
So I can't deny my fucking loyalty. The Film Nerd, I liked it a lot. It's worth watching. Say hey to Jamie. Hey to Box Up. Somebody saying hey back and forth. Chris says VS is the same 4K transfer. All right. Chris says the artwork on the 88 From Beyond is a lot better than the VS 4K.
I thought they're both good.
Hey, back to you, Sarah.
One's a lot cheaper, that's for sure.
Yeah, Chris says I like the Blair Witch. People hate on it. I'm a huge fan of the Blair Witch. I bought that big bulky set, whatever. I'm kind of backing away from some of those sets, whatever. So I've already sold it. I'm going to get that basic release like Steve's got.
For this community to be a bunch of nostalgia dorks, to pretend that they didn't love that movie when it came out is, the surprise. You know, like
The only thing I can say is they
always
wasn't
hated
around
it.
whenever it came out.
It's not
Yeah.
fashionable to like it. I get it, but they loved it when it came out. They all saw it. They all fucking went to the theater and saw it.
Anybody that likes movies back in the day had to get caught up in the hype a little bit. I mean, that's all everybody was talking about there for a bit. And I don't know. Like I said, it was it's one that I had a fond theater experience from, which kind of leads into my love for it. Not to mention, I just enjoy it. I just enjoy the found footage aspect of it. I'm not sure what the fuck that was. He says, "What are your thoughts on the movie Blue Velvet, 1986?"
It's good. It's a good one. It's
My favorite.
a really solid David Lynch.
Need to rewatch it. I seen it a long time ago, and I got that Criterion version of it, and I started watching it and fell asleep. And I went to start it back the next day and never fucking did. So I need to rewatch it again. I haven't seen it in probably from start to finish in 20 years.
It's David Lynch. You know what you know.
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis finest performance. I was about to say that too. Like you can't forget Dennis Hopper in that movie.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it again. Love City, my favorite David Lynch film. Big fans of it.
Yeah. You could have said any David Lynch movie, and Jamie would have been like, masterpiece. It's incredible. It's the best
Hell
ever.
Good deal, Sarah. Y'all can check Sarah's channel out over there. Chris says, Exhibit A, great found footage film from 2008. I think 4 out of 5. Exhibit A. I think I've seen that.
Never seen it.
You probably have seen the cover. The cover is like a camcorder covered in blood and an evidence bag.
I probably have.
Probably seen that cover.
Yeah, Closer, I would destroy Jude Law.
And Closer, Jude Law, yeah.
All right, Citizens, question. If you can have any dinner with 4 directors, living or dead, who would it be? Any dinner with 4 directors.
4, that's a lot. Frank Henenlotter,
Dude.
S. Craig Zoller. Man, who else? Mel Gibson. I don't know. 4th, probably. I have no idea. The 4th one would be the toughest one.
I'm gonna say Clint Eastwood. I'll agree with Mel Gibson, Mark Scorsese, and Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin, see that you might as well just have the dinner with Quentin Tarantino.
He's never gonna stop fucking talking.
talk.
Nobody's gonna get a word in. Clint's gonna beat his ass about 30 minutes into the fucking meal. God damn it! Shut up.
They purposely pick the directors that you know are just like gonna fucking throw down at that dinner table.
Probably say Kubrick, Tarantino.
Oh yeah, dude.
Kubrick wouldn't say anything. That's the thing. Like, even if it was just you and him at the table,
He would just listen to Tarantino gab, and then he'd maybe like pop in like one last thing at the end.
At the very end, he'd say something that destroyed him emotionally
Period.
for the rest of his life. You know?
Who's the director that did Brazil and The Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? That's Willem Gillian, I think.
Terry Gilliam.
Something. Terry
Terry
Gilliam.
Gilliam.
I'd probably go with him just for the aspect of where the Buffalo roam in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, probably.
Hunter S. Thompson stories.
Yeah, man. Oh,
I have that Where the Buffalo Roam. It's a shout to Lake. That's why I haven't watched it yet.
I guess you'd put
That's
Darren
great.
Aronofsky at the last spot for me.
oh wow, man.
Yeah.
But just based on just the wrestler alone, or any
I
other?
love Requiem for a Dream too, but he just like
Oh,
if
sweet.
you've ever heard him talk, he's like a crazy like Brooklyn like working class accent, but he's like really like artsy and weird. And plus I think he's like Marilyn Manson level, like out of his mind. So
Very
it would be
artistic,
very, like autistic, more than artistic.
Autistic.
But yeah, I like his work a lot. And he's
What'd
one
you
of the
think
guys
of,
that only does he's only done a handful of movies. He only does one movie every 4 or 5 years or so.
Like 5 years. What'd you think of Mother when that came out, man? Like I know everybody shit on it, but like I definitely dug it.
The story is, like once you understand what it is, I get it. It's more like a play. And
Yep.
he's like really into plays now. The last 2 he's done are I think a play, 2 or 3 are plays. So who knows? He's very artistic, and we may never get a narrative movie again from him.
It was a bizarre movie though, even for like we can still say that's a modern movie. I know, what was that, like 10, 15 years ago at this point?
Yeah,
maybe?
probably 10 years ago.
Yeah. But still though, it's like you said, it's a play. It's like him doing Broadway basically on in front of a camera. So
Yeah.
I guess 3 and 4, I'd say Ari Aster and John Carpenter.
Yeah. I'd have dinner with John Carpenter just so I can punch him in the face.
He's been talking about music the whole fucking time.
He's going to talk about band,
What's this
smoking
keyboard
weed,
thing I
and playing
did?
Xbox the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know what he was doing. Listen, I don't care. Unsubscribe. He does not know what he's doing. He gets the best of the best, and they do all the work, and he sits back with his arms crossed while they do all the shots and stuff.
It's a John Carpenter's the
It's a
thing.
John Carpenter production. He's just there, handing out fucking joints to everybody, talking about his goddamn band the whole time.
He smokes cigarettes.
He smokes cigarettes.
He smoked cigarettes.
Very good, guys. Very good.
I can hear my subscriber count going down as we're talking.
Fucking unsubscribe. Fuck John Carpenter.
What do you think the atmosphere at the dinner table would be like if you had somebody like, I don't know, like William Friedkin sitting at the table? Because you know he's gonna
William Friedkin's
differ
another
from
one.
somebody,
William
right?
Friedkin's
Like he's
another
gonna
one where-
argue about something.
Yeah, if you had William Friedkin and the 10 other best directors ever, William Friedkin would be arguing with Quentin Tarantino the whole time. That's all that would happen. But yeah, he had that conversation with Toby Hooper. Toby Hooper wouldn't say shit if he had a mouthful of it. He doesn't talk very much. He
Yeah.
had the conversation with Toby Hooper, and it was basically the whole time he was just telling him how great Texas Chainsaw Massacre is, and he kept comparing it to The Exorcist, saying it's like the number 1 and 2, the best horror movies ever, and he put TCM over The Exorcist. That's when Friedkin can say somebody else's movie's better. That says a lot.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty great, you know.
But you know, you said Henenlotter, and then Steve was like, "Oh, like I'd definitely go for Kubrick." And like you said, Kubrick would be like that individual who probably would sit at the table and not really say much or really join in on the conversation. But I think Henenlotter would be that kind of guy where he's just sleazy and he's so damn nice, where he just like baiting just to keep him going. Like, come on,
I
man.
feel like
You bring
that's
it
why
out.
he could argue with a waiter the whole time about how he's ordering the food, bringing the food, bringing it a different way. This ain't cooked right. You know,
You're
those
like
like
try to like rewrite the palette, like how you situate the food on the plate. Like, it's not right. Let me go retype this up right quick. That'd be
Great
great. That's a good
question.
fucking question. It was, man. That was fun as hell, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Appreciate you, buddy. Dr. Tingler says, "Do any of you have a home server for media?" Oh man, I wish I did. I've came close a few times, man. God damn, it's expensive. I'm going down this road for the moment, but I'm finding it hard to find a 4K drive. I looked into it, man. I thought about backing up all these movies onto a drive just so I could have them available anywhere. But you got to have at least 3 drives, 3 backup drives. It's a lot of money, dude. And
Cloud, you know,
it's something I do want to do, but one day, but I just hadn't jumped into that fucking that thing yet.
My brother-in-law has a system. I think it's Plex system, but it's like 6 hard drives, shoulder to shoulder, plugged into each other. And you got to think there's power involved. It draws a lot of power, draws a lot of your bandwidth and stuff. Like, you'd be better off just doing a Fandango account and using your digital codes on it.
Yeah, I bought just kind of tested out the Plex server like you're talking about. That's what I was trying to use. I bought just a small little hard drive just to throw some movies on it, just to see how it would play outside of the house. And it worked great. It worked fine. But I'm sure that if it's set up correctly and done right, whatever. But then again, you worry about a drive going down, losing all your movies. That's why you got to have a backup. And it's just, I don't know. It's
cloud storage on top of it. You know, you got to pay for
it. Me wants to do it, but money wise, I just don't know if it's feasible enough for me to go down that road.
Yeah.
But very intrigued by it, though. I would have dinner with Fulci, Ridley Scott, David Lynch, and Martin Scorsese.
That's a
Scott
hell of a table right there.
Ridley Scott be talking about Jesus the whole time.
Oh,
you better believe I ain't paying for my fucking dinner. One of them rich bastards paying for my dinner. So
Lynch wouldn't show up.
I have criteria with Martin Scorsese. Nice.
Lynch wouldn't show up. Fulci would be talking about horrors the whole time.
Horrors are horrors.
Whoas.
Whoas.
Sydney says movie recommendations: The Ministers, 2009. Hadn't heard of that one. Drama crime thriller directed by Frank Reyes, John Leguizamo, Harvey Keitel. Sydney's rating is 3 out of 5. Good movie.
I've not seen that one. Not familiar.
Me neither.
Sarah says Wes Craven, John Carpenter, Stephen King, Steven Spielberg to have dinner with. Yeah, I guess Stephen King's the director. He's got the Maximum Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive, yeah.
But he's damn sure
refuses to talk about it.
Doesn't remember it.
It was.
Yeah. That was his cocaine years, so to speak.
We need to get Holler on the fucking stream, dude. He gets our kind of fucking comedy.
Yeah.
Who is?
Sydney says, question: what is, in your opinion, the very best foreign film that you have ever seen? Oh fuck. The very best foreign film I'd ever seen.
Apocalypto. Made by a foreigner. He's from Australia, and it's made in Mexico. Apocalypto.
I'm gonna say the saddening.
You could also say like, do you mean the sadness?
That one too.
You could also say like the good, the bad, and the ugly. Something like that.
Say eyes without a face or Inside.
Inside, that's a great choice.
The Ebola syndrome. The Ebola.
There you go. Yeah.
You could say any Clint Eastwood movie made in Italy. It's Italian director made in Italy, and you're like, Ebola syndrome.
High tension. That's a good one. High tension.
Damn good pick.
What do you think, John?
Especially when it comes to foreign horror, man. Like, there's so many good ones because it's just that their scope is so much different than what we kind of see from what we get here in the States from American directors. But yeah, man, Chris kind of took that. Yeah, I wish I could sit here and say we've seen Inside, which I was just talking to Zuli about that the other night. I'm like, we still haven't watched that fucking movie yet. And I think we were like watching a clip where like the pregnant girl's like hiding behind the door and the bitch is on the other side trying to get her ass in there, which looks fucking just frightening as hell. But yeah, High Tension, I've definitely seen that numerous times, and I'll root for that damn film any day of the week. That was just back in the day while DVDs were still, like, Blu-ray wasn't even out yet. DVDs were cranking them out, and that was just one of those random blind buys at the store. Like, I think I was in Circuit City at the time, brought it home, popped it in. I'll never forget that moment. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
And it's romance, but if you get a great solo love scene, you know. So,
it is a romance. I mean, it's all about relationships.
Good date film.
Yep. Date rape film.
And I'm no longer monetized. Ebola syndrome and Untold Story, yeah.
You know, I bought the Untold Story like years ago when you guys were like telling me like, hey, like was it Unearth Films who put that out? I don't even remember now at this point.
Unearth Films.
Yeah. There you go. I remember I bought it because like they had the slipcover or whatever. I think that fucking thing is still sitting over there new on the shelf. I still haven't busted the saran wrap off of it.
Untold Story?
Get to it one day.
Man, it's kind of a tough watch there at the end.
That's a good
If
one.
I'm not mistaken, that's a Cat 3 film, right?
Absolutely. It's the Casablanca of Cat 3s. I mean, it's the best of the best. And it has a really good documentary on it about Cat 3s on that release.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Tingler says, what am I doing? What I'm doing is hosting my own cloud. It's just a server. A server is just a computer. You do not need to pay for anything beyond hardware. Proxmox with a VM hosting Jellyfin. Yeah, I've seen people do that. They get a kind of an old, kind of, I ain't gonna say a beater computer, but they just get a basic computer or whatever, just throw the basic components needed and run that as your server. I have seen that. I watched a lot of videos on this. Yeah, man, I'm definitely intrigued, man. Keep me in touch with what you got going on with it, man. Like I said, it's something I would like to do one day, but just hadn't jumped off into it. But I've done a lot of research on it. Chris says Unearthed Films is a great Untold Story has a great documentary. Yeah, Bray was just saying there. All right, guys. Appreciate all the comments. We're going to go ahead and move on here. Who wants to go next? Johnny, Brad? Anybody here?
I only have 8 here. I'll just
go ahead, man. You got the floor.
I had an issue with my release of 7. I have the Steelbook. I don't know if I showed this before. Warner Brothers sent me another one because mine was damaged. The disc was bad, so they sent me the whole thing. But I have the Steelbook and just pulled the disc out of this. But I thought that was cool of them to send it. I watch a lot of stuff on eBay for good prices. I got this for $6.99 on eBay. Pacific Rim on 4K. This is like a weird, kind of a tradition. My niece loves this movie, and we watch it every time I go over to Japan. So for some reason, I picked it up and sent them the digital code so they'd have it because we were streaming it illegally over there. Yeah, pretty happy with the way this 4K looks. So I don't know. That's a weird movie. I don't know why that they never made a proper part 2. Another one I've been waiting on eBay for a long time. I think this was $9.99. I got the Unbreakable 4K. Got Glass on 4K. Got this on 4K. Still need to get Split on 4K. You can get Split very cheap on 4K, but big fan of this one and Glass. I actually like Glass the best of all three of them, but this is probably second best for me. And I'm retarded, so I got the Team America 4K. This was in the Target buy two get one sale, so I got this. It's basically the same ported features over. Nothing new on it. 4K looks pretty good. And this was also in the buy two get one. I got this. So these were all like, I don't know, $15. These three that are in the buy two get one after you do the discount. Finally got Terminator 4K after
Great artwork.
Alan wouldn't shut up about it for basically the entire time it's come out. So I've been looking forward to picking it up. I was looking for better artwork, something more, I don't know, just badass. The fucking machine coming out of the fire or something. You know, I was looking for better artwork, but
Yeah.
picked it up. But looking forward to checking that out. This is the last one in the buy two get one from Target. I pre-ordered the Tommy Boy 4K 30th anniversary. You know, it's a really glossy, like slip, surprisingly, but this artwork I kind of like the best. I haven't seen this movie in many, many years, but it's kind of Chris Farley's best movie, in my opinion.
It holds up, yeah.
And come on, man. You know I was getting this. This was a day one for me. Paid $35 for it. Could have waited for a sale and got it for $25. But haven't watched the 4K yet, but I'm hoping good things. We'll see as far as that goes. Blu-ray looked really good, so
Very happy they got a 4K.
hopefully the 4K is even better. That's all I've been getting in. Those 8. A lot of going out, not a lot of coming in.
All right. What you got there, Johnny?
Yeah, it's I don't remember it's been so long since we've done a stream, so I can't remember. I'll just go through it real quick. I got this in. I think this was maybe like a month or so ago. It's one of those things where you did that whole thing with Creator VC where you locked in your pre-order shit and all that, which is, to me, that's kind of getting old. I think me and Zoe pre-ordered this shit probably maybe a year and a couple, I don't know, like 14, 15 months before this even dropped.
Funding the fucking movie, and then they make it if they get enough money.
Exactly. If they get enough. It's almost like they're basically saying like you're doing a pre-order, but it's basically a fundraiser to get the project done. So like that's getting a little bit old, and not to mention
you get your name in the credits. Come on, man.
Yeah.
But not in the process, man. Like what made it so difficult is like if you have to, if for some reason, like you move or you like want to change your shipping address on there, like Creator VC does not make it friendly for you to do that. So I lived in my old house when I fucking pre-ordered this. So by the time they actually fucking made it and sent it my way, it was like I lived in another address. So thankfully the fucking PO box actually got it. But I definitely enjoyed it. I've watched this like on 2 different occasions. They did a really good job with it and everything. It's one of those things where each movie they have so much to go over, even though they're just doing up to 94 on this. But like they'll show a movie and for like 60 seconds, they maybe got somebody on screen talking, and boom, they're right back out to the title select screen just to choose another one. So it goes lightning fast. I wish these were a lot more detailed, like the shit we got, like the Never Sleep Again from A Nightmare on Elm Street documentary, the Friday the 13th one, even the Pennywise It one was really good for me. I'm just trying to think of who did those. Who did those releases? I can't remember who did those documentaries.
Cinedigm.
Was it Cinedigm?
Cinedigm, the same people that had the numbered spines. Alan's always buying.
But yeah, I wish these were. Wish these were a little bit more in the vein of that, though, just to kind of not glance by so fast.
It should be a situation where you could you remember in Starship Troopers, Would You Like to Know More? And you click on it and it gives you more. Gives you another 5 minutes on it.
That was the first one that I actually didn't buy, the In Search of Darkness series.
Yeah.
Okay.
I opted for all of those, but that last one, I was like, all right, you guys are just getting greedy now. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly. The next one they're going to do, I think it's going to be like what I'm sure they're going to probably bust it up. From my understanding, they're only going to make one more for the 90s as opposed to doing 3 like they did in the 80s. So the next one they pump out, I'm not pre-ordering it. I'm just going to wait because every time they put that shit out, as soon as the production as soon as they get all that shit in the warehouse, they take a photo of it and they're like, by the way, we're putting this on sale. And you're like, well, what about me? I fucking pre-ordered this like 16 months ago. Like, I didn't get it for that sale price.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
just
old.
to get like a bare bones release with a slip is like $80. It's like, but you get your name in the titles. It's like big.
Yeah, get
fucking
your name in the credits. Yeah, like, dude, fuck. It's old though, but it is what it is. I think this is March's horror pack. So first title that was out of that is My Heart Can't Beat Unless You Tell It To. Don't know jack shit about it. I'm trying to think of who even.
Oh, shit.
Dark Sky Film.
Yeah.
Dude, don't let me spoil
What
it,
the
man.
fuck?
Don't let me spoil it. Well, hey, at least I didn't show the numbered limited edition yet. Fuck, I figured you'd already got it by now.
No, I ain't got it in
All
yet.
All right, we'll save those.
Go
for
ahead,
the
Joe.
later
This
time.
fun. Go ahead, Joe.
Nah, I'm not going to do
Don't
that.
do
Dude. We're
it.
not spoiling it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, we're not doing that. It's been a little while, but Brad sent this all the way from Japan to me, so super glad to have that right
Yeah,
there.
he showed me that. That's awesome, dude. Awesome.
Yeah,
artwork.
man. I opened up the box and that shit was sitting in there, and I was just like, wow, man, I think this is like my 18th probably copy of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I definitely never had one that's like either Japanese or foreign. They've pretty much all been Dark Sky Films releases from the U.S. So,
Yeah.
super
Favorite shot
thankful
from the
for
movie,
that,
man. That's great artwork.
I know, man. It's fucking great. I love the cases they use too. I wish that was a standard here, but yeah, it was a great fucking case.
When
this
I found that in Japan, first of all, that's the only copy I ever saw of it in Japan. I was in this giant, huge the biggest tech store in Japan, not just Tokyo. I'm in there and they have a physical media section. And I'm in there and the guy's like fucking around on his phone, whatever behind the counter. There are people wandering around looking for, Ghostbusters and whatever gay shit they're looking at. And I go to the counter and like the spine, if you look at the spine on that release, it doesn't say Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It says ching, 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 chong, whatever. I can't read. And movies are stored on the fucking spine. So I'm like, I can't find shit. I go to the counter and I through the translator, the guy, again, head down, not paying attention, kind of half acknowledges me. And through the translator, I say, I'm looking for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And it goes through and he's just down like this. And when he hears it in Japanese, he goes, oh.
Yeah.
This way. He goes over and pulls out the one copy of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And he's very excited to talk about it. We talk about it back and forth through the translator. And he explains to me why it's not popular there. How it's there's a loss in translation as far as who Sally is. It's like Leatherface is trying to eat his sister. It's all very, to them, that's the way it looks. So it's, and cannibalism is extremely taboo. He explained all this to me as we were there. But, like when I said that, it wasn't like I was like, give me, I don't know, fucking Schindler's List or something real common. When I said that to them, it's like that is a very rare title over there. So if that's worth anything, but yeah, I was like, I'm definitely getting that now for sure.
Well, he had to walk you to the back of the store, unlock like
walked
3
me
or
over
4
to a case.
padlocks.
He had to walk me over to the case and pull it out. But
Nice.
That's awesome.
Next up is this is this is definitely my first time ordering from A24, but I had to have this on physical because I've done streamed it probably like 6 times. But I don't know why I like this movie so fucking much, but I definitely had to get it. And that's I saw the TV Glove.
Yes,
I
I
still
watched
like
it.
that.
I got it on the shelf.
I couldn't tell you why I'm obsessed with this fucking movie, but love the hell out of it. Got this in yesterday, and as soon as Joe Bob ended last night, I was popping the Blu-ray in just to make sure everything was good with it, and can't wait to dig through the special features on it. But yeah, that movie's definitely not going to be for everybody. Even Zuli hates this fucking movie. She's like, I don't even understand why you like that movie so much. It doesn't make fucking sense. And I'm like, man, this is like a masterpiece. You don't know what you're missing. But yeah, I had to get that. I found this one on eBay, but like they were wanting usually like the price is like $50 or higher, and then they got the Amory case one, but all those are like from Hong Kong and China and shit or whatever. And they're pretty fucking expensive after you do the shipping. So I think I got this one for like $30 on A24's site or whatever. But yeah, it's the first time I've ever ordered something from a company and they actually put your invoice in a little envelope that's stamped with their shit on it, and I was like,
they're
damn, it's kind of bougie. But
And I don't know if you noticed, they put a postcard in everyone advertising an upcoming movie. There's people that collect them motherfuckers. Somebody was selling on eBay. He had every single one from every A24 release, selling them for $650.
sure, somebody will buy it.
Is anybody buying this shit? I've thrown away at least 20 of those.
The the next deck I have right here, the rest of it all came in one set. So if you want to go around, if you're going to make it like 2 trips, I'll save that stack
All
for.
right. We'll catch up on the
later.
chat real fast, and I'll show my first round. All right. Let's go. All right. Cindy's got a question for us. Name some movies that always give you chills.
Hereditary.
Arachnophobia. I ain't fucking with a spider. That movie fucks me every time I see it. Oh, that's a little bitch watching that movie.
Damn
I took a first date to go see it in theaters. What a good idea. So just left my man card in the truck whenever we left. But yeah, I don't know. There's a bunch of them. You guys got any ideas? I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, I would tell you a most recent one, man. Like it's just the chill factor is like through the fucking roof for me. But fucking Long Legs, that movie. I watched that twice back to back, and even on the second go round, fucking Nicolas Cage, the way he plays that character in there, it just makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up. Like if I was to walk out my house even in broad daylight, and that motherfucker walked out in my front yard and was like, "Hey, I think your frisbee fell in my yard." I'm like, dude, get the fuck away from me.
Stop where you're at. You'd be like the FBI agent when they finally arrest him. I need you to get on the fucking ground right now.
He just stares.
Please don't make me shoot you, because I will.
Yeah.
Nah, I wasn't a big fan of that performance. Like, it worked for the movie or whatever, but the second time I seen that movie in the theater, I sat next to some chick that really fucking got creeped out by his fucking performance, and that was cool. Like the opening of the movie,
Like,
like
to see the response.
yeah, like she fucking. You can like
Mental illness is disturbing. I mean, the idea that somebody could do stuff like this and enjoy it, and they're unpredictable. That's why mental illness is so frightening, because they're unpredictable.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, they just do crazy, wild shit.
It's one of those magical things, like he just said right there. Like even though, like Steve, you didn't care for it, even the first or the second time, like to see somebody kind of get freaked out by something, like where you're just kind of like, this doesn't really do anything for me. But to see somebody else, it's like, all right, fuck yeah, like I know that feeling. I dig that shit.
fucking worked on her.
There you go.
I can see the naked guy in Hereditary in the house, just grinning like a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
standing there. Like,
that's a good one. I should have said that one. The naked guy in the fucking corner smiling, whatever. You just see that motherfucker off the camera.
he's in your house.
Dick swinging.
He's,
like, come on,
he's
dude.
in your house, and he's naked.
And he's smiling.
In the middle of the night, and he's grinning like an idiot, looking
There's
at
nothing more fucking terrifying.
There's like one part in particular in that movie that, like, probably since the pandemic, every single time I watch this movie, it gives me fucking goosebumps. When she's sitting in Peter's room, and like she gets doused in like paint thinner or whatever. But the moment that you see like the flame like kind of like go up, like the reflection come up, like I get goosebumps on my fucking arm, like every single time I've seen it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but she thinks the book's gonna burn her.
Uh-huh.
No, she's talking about she almost killed him or something when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Performances in that movie are fucking top notch.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I was anybody dislikes that movie.
Both the adults, Gabriel Byrne and what's her face,
Tony Collette.
Toni Collette. Both of them should have got Oscars. Toni Collette has done like that's, she's not an attractive woman. That's why she doesn't get more attention. But that is a horror icon at this point. Tony Todd's a horror icon. Toni Collette's a fucking horror icon. I mean, you think about her career and all the movies she's been in, Sixth Sense, and I could go on and on with her career and what she's done.
She played a really good part too in the Robin Williams movie, The Night Lister, which I know a lot of people didn't probably watch that movie, but man, that movie's a fucking creep fest. But she played a really good fucking character in that, where you're just kind of like, there's something wrong with his parent.
Yeah. I just watched Juror Number 2, which is Clint Eastwood's latest movie, probably last movie, and Toni Collette's in that. And you're right, she's not an attractive woman at all in this. Yeah, she hasn't aged well since Hereditary either. But she's dressed up like in a businesswoman suit, and this she's not. She's definitely not a looker.
Yeah,
but she's a great fucking actress, dude. She kills it in this. I mean, Juror Number 2. It's in my stack. I'm going to talk about it here in just a minute. Whatever. I'm a fucking Clint Eastwood guy. Good movie. If you're not a Clint Eastwood super fan, going into it with the mindset Clint Eastwood directed this might be his last movie. You take that away, it's maybe mediocre, but I went into it thinking, okay, this is probably the last thing this guy's ever going to do. I'm going into it with an open mind. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty solid movie. I still think he should have ended Probably a few movies back. Maybe The Mule, maybe Gran Torino. Probably should have ended it right there. But Juror number 2, if he goes out on this one here, I'm okay with it. So very well directed movie, very very interesting movie. I just don't know if it's a very rewatchable movie. But we'll move on from that. All right, Chris says love Pacific Rim.
Yeah, it's
my youngest son, who knows nothing about movies, he couldn't name any directors, any actors, no nothing, whatever. We classify his kind of movies as dusty movies, and Pacific Rim is the pinnacle of that.
Well,
like G.I. Joe, that movies like that or whatever is what we call a dusty movie. And
yeah.
I've only seen it with him one time. Whatever he wanted me to watch it with him, and I watched it with him. And I said that is definitely a dusty movie.
My niece
But-
wanted to watch a movie with me. This was years ago.
Right.
And I was like, oh, well, listen, kid, get ready to have your mind blown. I'm going to play The Neverending Story. This is going to fuck your whole universe up. She ran out of the room. She thought it was so fucking, she's like, it looks so fake. She was disgusted by it. It was just like horrible. I was like, well, kids nowadays, it's all got to look like Sonic, or it's got to be this crazy oversaturation digital stimulus, or they can't watch it, like Ready Player One or something like that. So I was like, hang on. And then we were in Japan, and so I said, Pacific Rim. I said that's what these, because we passed these giant walls, and I always told her, I said those are kaiju walls. That's what they're there for, and they're for monsoons or typhoons or whatever. But I said those are kaiju walls for the kaiju monsters. And I said, these are the monsters for that. And she watched the whole thing and loved it.
Oh, cool.
So, and now they have a digital copy and they can actually watch it in a proper, instead of whatever boot they were watching.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And I really did hate the movie. So I always fuck with him about it. Every time he
Very
mentioned anything about movies, I said, oh, it's not Pacific Rim, but it's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, it's just a running joke, but there's definitely a dusty movie. We watch a trailer. Oh, that's definitely a dusty movie.
Yeah.
I even got Ryan calling it dusty movies now. Just a long time running joke. That's what started it. I have that 4K. Nice. Sarah says I have Pacific Rim 3D, Blu-ray, and DVD. Nice. Split is the best of that trilogy. Yeah, Split's really good.
Oh, the whole trilogy is good.
After rewatching Glass, though, I became a much bigger fan of Glass. I was let down first time I seen it, but I'm a fan of Glass now.
When you go into it thinking, you should go into it thinking Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be like a superhero movie. It's a Shyamalan movie first. And I think Steve will get a kick out of all three when he has them. It's just whenever he gets around to watching a trilogy.
Still need to watch, Glass and Split. But I really like the Unbreakable. That's probably my favorite.
Unbreakable's good.
Yeah, somehow it's really, really good. The Split, goes right on. It's like, unfortunately now you have to know that it's part of the series. But like we all, like when you watch it the first time, like you didn't know that it was part of a trilogy until you find out by the end that it's part of the.
Yeah, the after credit scene was a big. The theater, it was one of those. Everybody get the big holy shit moment.
People going, "What the fuck?" like literally, like very quiet movie, and then people were like screaming at the end.
Well, I was watching with two of my kids, whatever. They'd never seen Unbreakable, so they didn't fucking get it. And I'm sitting there fucking freaking out. They're looking at what's the big fucking deal? And I had to explain it.
Yeah,
I took away from it a little bit. Chris, America, fuck yeah. Chris says Terminator 4K, my release of the year for me. Yep.
That was Alan's number one.
My release of the year. Definitely top 5.
That was Alan's number one.
Wasn't my number one. Enemy of the State, your favorite scenes from the movie. Enemy of the State, that's on Will Smith and Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman. Yeah, anything Gene Hackman's doing in it is awesome.
Ooh, I'm not going to talk about it on this stream, but I got a fucking story about that. But I went on a fucking blind date with that fucking movie, and that's all I remember is the blind date. Crazy bitch.
It's very similar.
I haven't seen the movie since then. I can't go back to watch it just because of her. Fucked me up.
It's very similar to like the Long Kiss Goodnight kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, anything Gene Hackman did in it's great. I
do need to go back and watch it at some point.
Was there like a thing where you went back to her place when y'all at the theater? Like,
no, the creepiness factor didn't happen to the next day. Yeah, it's a long story, dude. She called me the next day and she says, and I've only met this girl. I've known this girl for now just the night before, never met her before. And she basically tells me, she says, hey, I need you to let me borrow some money so I can get my kids some food. What? And
I
what do
don't
you
think
say
you
to
should
that?
tell. I don't think you should tell the story on the stream. I think you should. Keep
Yeah, I
it-
probably should.
Yeah, let
Long
the
story
people-
short, whatever. I gave her some money to give her kids some food, whatever, and that was the end of the fucking story. But there's more to it. I'm not gonna go into it. But she turned out to be a goddamn nutbag, is what she was. So, but yeah, that was interesting. Anyway, that was the movie we went seen on our blind date. And
I just didn't think the story was going to lean this way. I thought it was going to be like, hey, man, like I fucking took her back to her place, man. She pulled her pants down, bam, dick right there. I'm like, oh, no.
that's for my OnlyFans page. We'll talk about that on the OnlyFans. Yeah, Thief is great. Definitely deserve that 4K. Dr. Taylor says, where are you guys getting these movies for so cheap, especially for 4K? Hell, tell me. I want to know where you get them cheap.
You got to know the sales. eBay is a great place to find cheap 4Ks and then just put them in your watch list on eBay and wait for an offer, or if they make you an offer, make them an offer, and then maybe they take it and ship it to your door.
Yep, it's definitely good. Wait for sales. You can find good deals. My problem is I have no patience. That's my big flaw. One of them. Chris, the Screenbox did those docs. Yeah,
the Pennywise documentary and stuff.
Yeah, the Child's Play, Chucky one. Yeah, wait for salespeople. Yeah. Den of Thieves, Pantera 2, solid movie, 3 out of 5. Good, but not as good as the first. I still haven't seen the first Den of Thieves, Sydney. I need to check that out. All right, so he says, question, if you can rewrite any ending to any movie, what would you change?
Drag across concrete. I'd have them both die. And go right in the water. Roll credits. The Gold, Mel Gibson, Tory Kittles, they both die and they both go in the water. And the gold goes in the water. Nobody gets the gold.
I feel like I got a really good answer on the tip of my fucking tongue, but
yeah, I got to think about that one.
I'll be laying in bed tonight going, fuck. See, I'm going to text you at 3 o'clock in the morning to give you this answer.
Anything come to mind, Johnny?
I'm trying to think for the life of me, man. It's just one of those things where I'm just like, my brain's like, no.
Well, I know you're a monster Tarantino guy. What about the ending of Kill Bill 2? You 100% on that, or?
I don't mind it. I'm okay with it.
I can't fuck with Tarantino, man. Like, it's just, I leave that alone.
Brad's going to make me hate one of my favorite movies again.
I think it's the better of the two, 1 and 2. There's so much going on with it, and then it just fucking slams on the brakes.
Yeah, I agree.
Last 30 minutes, like it's so all the stuff with his brother and his brother Bud and all that crazy shit in the fucking camper and her getting buried alive. All that shit is badass. And then it's like she goes on a fucking long drive. She has a goddamn conversation with some fucking Dominican guy who tries to bang her, get her drinks and whatnot. And then she goes talks to a fucking other guy for 30 minutes. And then she hits him 4 times and he dies. Like the whole series, we are waiting for them to do battle and have a crazy melee. And they fucking make a sandwich, talk about fucking goldfish, and she slaps him on the chest and he fucking dies.
Oh, I got one just popped in my mind, which I think the whole thing probably needs to be rewrote. Alan's definitely going to agree with me on this, but fucking Rosemary's Baby. Like that whole thing. What did you do to its eyes? Like that shit.
That's my answer. That's my feeling, Johnny. That's my answer.
Show the goddamn
you
baby.
The landing on that movie,
Exactly.
It goes from a 3 to a 10, probably an 8 for me. Yeah, that's a good one, Johnny. I'm still in yours.
Nothing come to mind, Steve.
There's something. I know there is. It's in there, but I can't think of it right now.
Well, there's both Sydney questions. We'll come back to it if needed. You think of something, holler at us.
Okay.
Chris, so The Rule of Jenny Penn, that film was creepy.
I just wrote that one down too to fucking watch. I'm definitely going to check that shit out.
Sarah says, I got volume 1 and 2, Paramount Scare since Christmas last year. Got Alf, My Childhood Memory, and Mr. Ed and Jim Henson Dinosaurs. Nice. Yeah, these Paramount Scares are not sucks. Yeah. Oscar Academy Award winning volume 1 and 2, Christmas last year. Cuckoo. I'm not the biggest fan of Cuckoo. It was all right. Birthday was 42. Wicked now. I got Wicked 4K. Nice. What's up, Trini?
Up tree.
Yeah. Nice. You got some good stuff there, sir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, it's hard to keep all these new releases to come out. A bunch of them. Let's say the Trini, Jackie Brown. That was a great looking 4K.
Good movie.
Such a good movie. Chris says Jason Takes Manhattan. I would change that ending.
I'd change that whole movie.
That motherfucker landed in New York whatever the first 5 minutes. Let's just fucking
Right? Like you're on the boat for the whole thing.
Like that, but
Jason Takes a Cruise.
Yeah, exactly.
it's cruise. Flight Risk. 1 out of 5. That was Mel Gibson thinking. What was Mel Gibson thinking directing this? I'm thinking he owes somebody something a favor.
Yoda movie
Or to get
too,
Lethal Weapon
video.
done. Maybe, I don't know.
He had a contract.
Is that a newer movie or what?
It's brand new.
Yeah.
I hear it's
Mark
terrible.
Wahlberg's got a bald head. Or got the receding hairline.
Oh shit! Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen the trailer for it. He hijacks a plane, right? He's supposed to be a pilot, but
Yeah.
He gets the pilot dies or something, and he has to fly the plane, and he's a criminal or something. I didn't see it. I heard terrible things, but it's like everything that sound. It's got all the earmarks of Mel Gibson owed somebody a movie type thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it at some point because I'm curious, but I've heard nothing positive from anybody about that movie.
clearly a contracted obligation.
Yeah.
If Mark Wahlberg's accent in that movie is any indication of how it's going, I'm not interested.
What's up, Byron? How you doing?
That's right.
All right. All right, good deal. Let's see, you going through all the haze here. All right, we're going to go ahead and mark it there. And I will show what I got with my first round here. Like I'm going to have to drive this son of a bitch. All right. We're going to start with this first stack here. Like I said, it's going to seem like a lot, but this is over a pretty long amount of time here. I did pick up Humanoids from the Deep. Fantastic alien fuck movie.
Oh yeah.
Deep sea monster fuck movie. So I haven't seen the 4K yet. This thing's still sealed, but I'm going to check that out soon. I am a fan of that movie there. It's pretty enjoyable. I got the Tommy Boy Steelbook from Walmart, still sealed here.
Oh, you got
Actually, I accidentally bought 2 of these, but you know how I do it. And Johnny, you probably recognize these. This is from the last horror box. I got fucking Blood and Chocolate, which was my last doctor's visit.
Jesus. Oh God.
I got Nazis at the center of the fucking universe, or the center of the earth, which I feel like this could potentially be a good time, but maybe
sure.
not. We'll see. Some of these are out of order. I think there's more. I don't think this was in the horror kit here, but I got Hallows Eve. Maybe that was in the kit. I don't remember, but
It was.
Hallows Eve's in the stack. I don't remember if this was the fucking horror pack or not. These are all mixed
It
up.
looks like a horror pack title.
And I picked this up, whatever, because I know at some point, me and my buddy Brad there, we're going to do the fucking WTF of this. So I wanted to watch this. I have not seen this yet. See, it's still sealed. I'm going to watch it here soon.
These 4 guys here are going to do it. Whenever we
Nice.
get around to it.
Well, I definitely want to check this out. I'm going to go through all the special features, so I'm prepared for that stream when we get around to doing it. Me and my wife watched this 4K the other day. Fucking John Candy. I'm still a goddamn super fan. This movie is so fucking rewatchable, so funny. This was a day one. I had to pick this up. I got that on 4K.
Get back in your mouse and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Well, you never touched the stuff, you mother Cabrini? It's so fucking great. And like I mentioned earlier, Jury number 2. Glad I got this. Like I said, it's not going to be a very rewatchable movie, but very well acted movie. Think of 12 Angry Men. That's basically what this is. There's a twist to that. I don't want to ruin it. I'm sure you kind of picked it up from the trailer. This guy here was on the juror, but he may or may not be guilty. But a very, very well directed movie. Like I said, Clint Eastwood. I'm afraid this is going to be the last thing he's ever done. It makes me sad to even talk about it, but it's a good way to go out. Pretty solid flick. I had this on a multi-pack. So I finally had to pick this up as a single release, whatever. I'm a huge fucking fan of this movie. And I just wanted to get just a single release instead of that multi-pack with Poseidon and I think what is it, besides one other movie, some triple pack I had. But anyway, I wanted to get the standalone release of this. I hadn't watched it yet, so I don't know if the scan's any better or not. Probably the same fucking scan, but it's not condensed into one disc. But yeah, Perfect Storm. We need a 4K of this. Somebody please do that. We need to have that. I'm trying to fucking make a mess here. I have not watched this yet, but I am a fan of the other VHS movies. I have not seen this one yet, but I finally grabbed this. I'm gonna give this a watch here soon. You guys watched this one yet? The VHS Beyond?
Yeah, I saw it. I wasn't a big fan of it, actually.
Is that the latest one?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one I'd watched in a long time. I thought it was all right. It had a couple of cool little stories in there.
Yeah.
The
I got it real
trouble is-
cheap. I figured I'd give it a shot.
Well, the trouble is they're like contractually doing one every single year, and as you do that, the quality is just going to continue to go down because you're forced to write something. It's like you don't have a good idea, too bad. Give us any idea. We need another one every fucking Halloween. Let's go.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. These next couple here, I got next to nothing. Just some basic bitch Blu-rays that I didn't have in my collection. The Tie That Binds. I remember liking this a long time ago. I haven't seen this in fucking years, but I remember enjoying it back in the day. So Daryl Hannah flick. She's always good to look at. Kevin Costner and Ashton Kutcher, whatever. This is a pretty solid flick. You've never seen it. Pretty underrated. So I'm going to put that in the collection. Whatever I noticed that I didn't have it, and I found it next to nothing. I grabbed this here. I was on the fence about grabbing this because I seen this in theaters and I did enjoy it, but I never went back and rewatched it again. So I wasn't like grabbing this on day one. And I'm not going to fucking lie. 4K Blockbuster box sets. Let's put down a slip for it. So I said, let me go ahead and grab this motherfucker again so I can throw it in one of his boxes. And I'm going to give it another watch. I know that's probably terrible.
It's definitely a good one, man.
What's that?
I think it's a good one.
I want to rewatch it again. I seen it in theaters, but when I went and seen it in theaters, it was a sold out theater. We're in the front row. This is back for you had assigned seats. Front row in the fucking corner in a packed theater. You know how that is. It's never a great experience. That's the only time I ever watched it. So I definitely want to watch it again. Obviously, a huge Keanu Reeves fan. So I wanted to grab it, for other reasons as well. But when I seen he was doing the box set, that was my final push to go and push the trigger.
The suicide scene was pretty ballsy for that flick. I remember seeing that for the first time. I was like, wow, I'm surprised they actually went that route and the studio went with it. So yeah, the suicide scene's fucking great.
I'm excited about checking it out again. I'm sure it'll look good on 4K. A very old John Cusack movie not too many people talk about. Me and the wife watched this the other day, whatever. It's not great. It's okay. I'm a big John Cusack fan when he did his earlier comedies, whatever. The Sure Thing is my favorite. That's the best one he's ever done. This was okay. It's got some funny moments. And you got Robert Loggia in this, David Keith. Robert Loggia is, Robert Loggia. He's funny as hell in this. He's good. He's got a pretty funny role. But yeah, it's an okay movie. It's pretty good. Late 80s, early 90s comedy. This is one that I picked up the other day. I have no words other than I seen the title and for something about it just kind of drew me to it. You got Dick Dynamite.
Oh, yeah.
1944. It's one of those movies I see the title to and I say I got to check that out. Something about it. So I've not watched this yet, but I'm sure it's going to be, what you think. So yeah,
put
Dick
that out,
Dynamite. If you know, you know. This is another one that was in the fucking horror pack.
One guy sold that out of his trunk at a Walmart.
The fucking scribble. I didn't watch this. Johnny, I know you have this in your horror pack. Don't watch this. This is terrible.
Oh, man.
This is garbage. It's absolute fucking garbage. It was hard to get through. But yeah, this is one of the horror packs from last month, whatever, and it was definitely not good. Funny, I found this one in the garbage dump. I'm not gonna lie, that was literally in the garbage dump. Long story short, my wife's ex-husband, my stepson's dad, he works with our county department, and he works at a landfill that gets all the shit from all the different department stores, whatever, that gets dumped off or whatever. He finds AirPods. He finds all kind of random shit. Well, he knew that I collected movies, whatever. So he gathers movies, whatever. He gives them to my son to bring to me, whatever. And this is one that he brought to me that wasn't all eat up the shit. He brought me one that was fucking, the whole fucking corner was eaten by a rat or some shit. I don't know. But this one here, like I said, it was in pretty good shape. I at least got the digital copy out of it. The fucking case is just all fucked the hell and back. But the discs were in good shape. I got a digital copy out of it. I haven't seen the movie. So this literally came from a fucking garbage dump. But now it's in my collection. I'll change the case out. It'll be good to go. So there's where you get the question earlier. That's where do we get these cheap 4Ks from? Go to your local fucking garbage dump. They're laying around. All right, I got The Nice Guys. Believe it or not, I have yet to watch this fucking movie yet. But I've heard nothing but great things about this. It's always kind of slipped through the cracks. But I finally got it on 4K. It's going to be a blind watch. But me and the wife's going to watch this next week. That's the plan.
Yeah, you'll like that one.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. I can't believe I've never seen it. Another one I picked up, Sean Penn, The Gunman. I got this one from Brad, I believe. Yeah, this is one that Brad sent me. So you got The Gunman with Sean Penn. I'm a big Sean Penn fan. I have never seen this, never seen anything about it, but
Yeah, you're right.
I want to add that to the collection. This is another one I got from Brad, Coming Home in the Dark. Still sealed, haven't watched it yet. Don't know much about it. And Quentin Tarantino recommends Big Bad Wolves.
Yeah.
Another one that I've always kind of been on the fence about getting, but just never grabbed. So I'm gonna check this out. I haven't heard nothing good or bad about it, so it's gonna be a total blind watch. Magnet release. This is one, being a Star Wars fan, I can't believe I've never fucking seen. It's another one I got from Brad. Fanboys.
That movie's funny.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it, but it's just I've never got around to watching it. So I got this in the collection now. I'm going to be checking that out. And I don't remember where the fuck this one came from, but Kill Game, still sealed. I don't remember where I got this from. Maybe Hamilton Books. But anyways, in the collection, I got to check it out. We'll get to a couple more here, and then we'll move on. This was a Scream Factory release. I'm still getting all the Shudder releases Scream Factory's putting out, and this is The Strings, which I don't know anything about, but I'm still getting all the Shudder releases from them. Anybody familiar with this one at all?
I don't believe so.
So, but pretty underwhelming slip for Vinegar Syndrome standards. But I'm hoping it's a good movie. I haven't jumped off the Shudder train yet with Vinegar Syndrome, but they're pushing me. They're pushing me. I was hoping to get some more known titles, being Shudder and everything, but so far the titles they put out, I ain't never fucking heard of. Icons Unearthed, Fast and Furious. They got a few others in this line, whatever, that I just recently found out about. They have this one. They have The Simpsons. They have Star Wars, James Bond, which I think is their latest release. They just get a big franchise and do a really, really good in-depth documentary on that franchise. So I thought that was kind of neat. I did watch this one here. This was a pretty good documentary. So I need to pick up that James Bond one, and I got the Star Wars one coming. So looking forward to that. Didn't have this in the collection, Nightcrawler. I love this movie. I had to grab it. Cannot believe I didn't have it in the collection. I got it on my Voodoo account, but didn't have the physical, so glad to have that finally. I figured they'll that's the fucking 4K now that I own that. Another one in the horror pack, Johnny, I'm sure Bad Dreams. I guess they do one of these every year. It's something about what's it called? The Nightmares Film Festival. This is 2024. This is one of
there's been about like four or five of those now at this point. I've had to look back through the rack, but yeah, they've definitely done multiples of those now for each year. They've been licensed with them.
And Brad knows I'm a big fan of the Shudder releases, whatever. And me and him have talked about this before, but he was nice enough to grab this one for me when he was over there. A Bluebird in My Heart, whatever. So yeah, this is one that Brad sent me, whatever. Still sealed, but I've seen it before. I watched it on streaming. Pretty solid flick, whatever. The guy gets out of jail. He's staying kind of like a halfway house kind of thing, whatever. This girl gets in trouble. He's trying to decide whether to stay out of trouble or help this girl out and get back in trouble again. One of those type of movies, but a very well acted movie. Lower budget movie, but it's really well done. So if you haven't seen this one here, check this out. You can probably find it on streaming. It's a pretty solid flick.
Alan, I think I might have seen that, man, but I'm not sure. Does that movie involve that scene where, like, the guy where he gets his gun, he hides it like in this big dishwasher thing that he works in a restaurant?
Yes, that's it.
And he's staying in, like, fixing up the apartment where he's staying at. The girl's mom owns the apartment complex, I should say,
right.
The hotel or something. Okay.
Yeah, he kind of befriends the girl, all innocent, like whatever and she just kind of like gloms to him, kind of a father figure kind of thing. She gets him in trouble, and he treats him. He's a badass, ex-con badass. And he ends up kind of protecting her, taking care of the bad guys. Yeah, it's a very, very well done movie, man. I enjoyed it.
Ends up killing one of the guys that's assaulting her in the gravel yard or something like that. Yeah, man. I definitely watched that, man. It was not too long ago, too, man. That's a good solid fucking flick, man. I agree.
And Brad was nice enough to give me this one. He knew I was a fan of it. All I had was the same triple pack that Perfect Storm was on.
Twister and Perfect Storm.
Yeah, so big fan of this one here. So I got the standalone release of Poseidon. So Brad, I appreciate that one.
Hell yeah.
And I still haven't cracked the seal on this one yet, whatever. But I'm a huge fucking John Candy fan. Huge fan of this one here. This is one of those just fucking goddamn rainy day throw on, make you feel better movies.
Hell yeah.
You know, like I said, if you ever took a family vacation, I live in Florida. We pretty much live around the fucking beach, whatever. So this is very relatable. Like I said, great John Candy movie. I want to say underrated. You think of John Candy, you think Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Uncle Buck, whatever. But Summer Rental, man, that's a good one. I had this one from Imprint. I was glad to get rid of that fucking Imprint, and I got the Kino's 4K of Body Parts. Jeff Fahey. I seen this in theaters back in the day when it came out, man. I loved it then. I love it now. It's a good one, man. It's a good one. Think Idle Hands with a darker tone. It's Idle Hands without the comedy. That's basically what it is.
Alan, don't we have like the standalone release from Scream Factory of that?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I've already. It's the Blu-ray version. This is the 4K is why I upgraded it.
Okay,
But I had the Scream Factory version. I had the Imprint version because I was getting all the imprints at the time. I've already sold the Imprint, and I want to say that I sold the Scream Factory copy as well when this came out. Yeah, I believe the only one I have now is this. I think I got rid of the Scream Factory copy, but I know that my Imprint's gone. But I'm glad to have this in 4K, man. This is a movie nobody hardly ever fucking talks about, man. It's a solid flick. And I'll stop there. I got a few more. I'll save those for next round. Like I just got a wide array. I got just a hodgepodge of shit. All right. Wide array says bought Scream Factory's Vincent Price collection at Walmart.
Nice. Which one did you get?
5 or 6 of those, I think, don't they?
Yeah, there's a couple of them. I know that first one went out of print there for a while, but then they repressed it up. I think the package is a little bit different. I don't know if they still include that original booklet that came with the out of print one from back in the day, but that thing went for like $300 back in the day, man. Like Jesus Christ!
Yeah, when I started getting into it, it was already out of print.
Yeah.
Chris says nice. Well, I have that set as well. Nice. Trini saying, hey. Chris says blood and chocolate. I heard that was actually pretty good. Yeah, man, I hope so. Like I said, it's going to be a blind watch. Horror pack. I have Hollow's Eve. Cindy says names for horror movies that goes under the radar. No one talks about at all.
Got a pile over here, and I just pulled some out of the stack here. 2 Toby Hooper movies that came to mind right away. Funhouse. Nobody ever talks about this for some reason. I don't know why, and Eaten Alive.
Fuck yeah.
I knew you were gonna pull that one.
Toby Hooper movies. There's a movie that's found footage called The Hangman that I really enjoyed that I finally got.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Nobody ever talks about that one. Collector. For some reason, this never comes up ever. And this last one I got here, I really like this one too, Malignant.
Yeah.
Pretty surprisingly good. What's his name? Wong, right?
No, that was
James Wan. Yeah, James Wan.
Sean Burns, The Loved Ones.
Oh, The Loved Ones is really good.
I don't have a stack available, but
in that same vein, I'm gonna say Devil's Candy, same director.
Devil's Candy. He's got a new movie coming out that looks great. That
trailer looks really good.
What's it called? Prey, or something like that.
I'll look it up real quick.
Guy Courtney's in it. You seen the trailer for this, Johnny?
I don't think I have, man.
Yeah, the trailer looks really good.
It looks really good. It's Jai Courtney's like obviously the killer. It's not like it's a thing like that, but he's like taking people out and feeding them to like sharks and stuff.
He's a serial killer.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
It's
it's called The Prey.
I don't know if it's called The Prey. It's something maybe like that. I can't remember, but it looks really good.
One that I've seen somewhat recently is called They'll Never Find You. It's an Australian horror movie, a Shudder. I think it's a Shudder original. You guys seen that? The dude that said a fucking trailer in the middle of a fucking storm in Australia and the girl shows up out of nowhere. Yeah, I don't hear a lot of people talk about that one, but goddamn, it's good, man. Me and Ryan watched that one, and me and my son watched it, and goddamn, both loved it.
It's kind of like what is that movie? The Basement movie with shit. It hasn't got a physical release yet. It's got oh god, what is it called? It's a movie where the girl goes to the house and somebody's already there in her vacation rental. And
Barbarian.
Barbarian. It's
Yeah.
kind of like Barbarian, where it's like these people are together and nobody's sure who's who, kind of thing.
Yeah, like I said, the whole movie is these two people in a fucking room in a single wide trailer together in the middle of a fucking storm, and the whole time they're having this dialogue, which you're wondering, you think to yourself, whatever, I shouldn't be enjoying this, but you can't stop watching the fucking screen, and the whole time you don't know which one is the fucking crazy fuck through the whole movie, and it's done really fucking well.
What was it?
What's the name of it now?
It's called They'll Never Find You.
Oh, shit, okay.
So like I said, it's a Shudder. It's probably on Shudder. It's the Shudder original, I think, RLJE probably. So I have a Blu-ray release of it.
Steve, did you find out what the name of it was?
Yeah, it's called Dangerous Animals.
Dangerous Animals. There you go. Yeah,
Trailer
watch the
looks
trailer.
great.
Trailer looks great. I would definitely recommend that. From what I've seen, recommended. Like, I can't believe, and the director's great. Devil's Candy, Loved Ones. So I find it hard to believe that this isn't going to be good.
All right, Uncommon Valor, Gene Hackman. That's a good one. That's got fucking Patrick Swayze's in that, and who's the guy from fucking Raising Arizona that rides the motorcycle? What's his name? Big burly dude.
John Goodman?
No,
God knows, dude.
the guy that drives the motorcycle that just kills everything in his path.
Yeah, but that guy, like, that guy. I know who you're talking about. The
Like a wrestler or some shit.
He was a wrestler, football player, or something. I can't think of his fucking name. He was in this movie here. He played a crazy Vietnam guy.
It's the guy that eats a cigar and over the top.
Right. I just remember he had a line in this movie when I was a kid. I always fucking loved. He gets his ass beat. He says, "Oh, you just opened up a whole can of whoop ass." It's the first time I ever heard the whole can of whoop ass line, and it was always funny. But it probably didn't hold up. But back in the day, it was a great movie. Just got VHS Beyond as well. Nice. Twister Poseidon, Perfect Storm is the 3-pack. Hey, Brian, what's going on, man? Yeah, so I like a Perfect Storm enough. Whatever, I want to get a standalone release. I just hope and pray that that'll somewhere in the fucking world it'll make a 4K happen. Later, Brian.
That was Randall Tex Cobb.
Randall Tex Cobb. That's his ass. That's his ass.
What's up, Brian?
Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Anyone seen Shepherd 2021 on Tubi?
I haven't.
Shepherd, I have not. Sarah, say hey to Brian and Coco. I'm trying to look around my goddamn liquor bottle so I can fucking see the chat. That's a bad sign. Wild Wrangler says, Pops, one part in VHS Beyond made me nauseous. Had to pause the movie and walk away.
Damn.
Got me intrigued. All right, let's see. Chris says Double D 1944. I love the Gunman. Gunman 3.5. Cindy says Big Bad Wolves 3 out of 5. Yeah, Kill Game 2 out of 5. It's not a good sign. Raw Run says Slow Burger.
Sounds pretty good.
Either I'm drunk or everybody in the chat sounds drunk.
Yeah.
Like everybody's talking like 2-word sentences. All right. Cindy says Nightcrawler 4.5 out of 5. Awesome.
That's a solid movie.
Yeah, man, it's a good one. Yeah, Chris, I still need to see Nightcrawler.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Wild Run says Summer Rental great. What are you doing watching the Smurfs? Collection 1, Vincent Price has booklet.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I agree with Funhouse. Very good slasher film, and Hangman is great.
Yeah.
All right. Chris C says the rental, I really like it. I just not talked about it enough. Yeah, the rentals, that'll make you think if you get a fucking Airbnb, that's for sure.
Yeah, goes right along with the Hangman.
Yep. Yeah, the Beach House is another good Shudder original Lovecraftian. I still haven't watched that yet.
Body horror type thing.
Yep. Brian says, didn't realize Dangerous Animals was the director of The Loved Ones. We recently saw the trailer in theaters. Now I want to see it even more.
Hard Candy.
I want to say that Brad, you sent me that trailer. I need to look to see if I've watched that or not.
How's the Loved Ones? Did y'all dig that one?
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, the Loved One's good.
Candy, they're both good.
It's trippy.
Yeah.
So the director who made The Loved Ones is the same one who's making the new film Dangerous Animals. Is
Yeah.
there any other films that director has made that you guys know of?
Devil's Candy.
Hard, Devil's Candy, not Hard Candy. Devil's Candy.
Yeah.
Devil's Candy.
You ever seen Devil's Candy?
Oh, dude.
I believe I have. It's been a while. I think IFC had put that out on Blu-ray
Probably
years
yeah.
ago. I think.
It's a metal themed horror movie, and it's got the guy with the fucking eyes that do this. You know,
Gotcha.
Ethan Embry. Oh yeah, and
Yeah. He kind of follows along with Big Joe guy. He's the guy that has eyes that do this.
yeah, it is this.
All right. So where are we at? Who's got some more titles? Steve, you got some more to show? Bro?
yeah.
All
A
right.
couple hundred more.
Is that all? Got to pump those numbers up, man. Those rookie numbers.
Picked up Azrael. I seen this in the theater when it came out. I wasn't too impressed with it, and it was a cheap release, and I didn't hate it, so I'll give it a shot. I'll watch it again.
Some more Weaving.
Yeah. And I picked up Moon after hearing Brad talk about it, and I was really wanting to go check out Mickey 17. And Brad was like, "Yeah, that's it. Kind of looks like a rip off of the Moon." I watched the Moon, and then so I didn't need to see Mickey 17.
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah. I thought the same thing when I seen
And
that
yeah,
trailer.
and then speaking of Amazon fucking orders, and then I ordered the Italian long legs steelbook,
Well, it's badass.
and yeah, like
God damn it.
big ass thing in it. It looks like they kicked it all the way here, like from the box.
See, but it comes in an outer box, and the outer box is the opening, snow scene.
Hold
Yeah.
on to get too. The outer box.
Don't roll it. Just put it away. Move on.
Yeah. Send me the link where you got that bitch at, please.
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
And then, so yeah, I got a replacement, and I ended up paying for both. So I kind of got screwed on that, but I guess this one I'll just leave sealed.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to sell the banged up one, whatever, I'll buy that one from you.
If you just want this one, man, I'll fucking send it to you.
I mean, I'm a big fan of that movie.
It's a good flick.
Yeah.
That's the end. Our last stream, like right in the middle of it, Johnny was showing off his, so I put it in order like immediately. I'm glad that I did because
They're
yeah,
fucking
looking
out of
now,
stock
they're
now.
going everywhere like for 50 plus.
50 something piece.
Yeah, and I was able to pick up all three, and I think I got it like directly from who the hell put these out?
Lionsgate.
Yeah, Lionsgate. I got it directly from them. I think it was like $125, something like that, for all three shipped. Well worth it.
Yeah, I pre-ordered those day one. My hands shake like a goddamn crack addict when I was hitting the button. I couldn't order them fast enough.
I was thinking about it, and then Johnny showed his off on the stream, and I was like, yeah, I gotta get those.
Yeah.
I watched Kill Bill 1 and 2. I watched 4Ks in those, and man, they look really, really fucking good. And I popped in Jackie Brown maybe for just a couple minutes, and it's just the same quality. It looks really fucking good. So definitely, I'm happy with every penny I paid for those.
I watched the digital versions of Kill Bill 1 and 2, and I thought they looked great. The digital 4Ks. So I can only imagine what the discs look like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stoked to get into those. I ordered this a few months ago, right after like the first batch went out of print or out of stock right away.
Can I kick Alan out of his own fucking
Did you
stream?
happen to get a fucking copy of that one you want to sell?
Can I kick Alan out of his own fucking stream for his own benefit?
Oh, yeah.
In the back, the other image is the
Yes.
Margot Qualley.
Dude,
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. I still don't have that in my collection yet because I'm hoping to get one of those.
That's what I mean. It's like that's why I didn't buy it because I'm like Second Sight. Somebody's gonna do a crazy, edition of it. I would think, but there's been
you can get like the full slip of this. I think it's Nova Media that's putting it out. It's still available on a couple
Nova
of
Media looks pretty bad. That one looks pretty bad. They all look good.
Not this steelbook.
Yeah. I like the one with the vial you showed earlier. I mean, like, I've liked all the releases.
Are there any
except
features on that disc? You get any features on that?
because the
I
movie
know the one that
one,
movie
I
put
think they
out is
might
like
be
pretty
in
bare
it.
bones.
it didn't even have a trailer. It was just garbage.
They're probably in French.
Yeah.
If they are, this is the French steelbook.
That's why I can't help but think Second Sight's going to do it. They have a relationship with Neon. They've done other Neon releases in 4K. I can't believe that they wouldn't do that one.
Yeah.
They actually did that director's other movie, Revenge, which is great.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Just to me, it makes sense that they would do that in 4K.
Yeah, I have it on digital right now. I think I paid the $24 on Vudu to watch it. Me and Ryan got together one Saturday to watch it, and neither one of us obviously had it yet. The release wasn't out yet. And I'll probably just keep that until I can get a good release of it. But I don't want to buy that movie release and just get a basic release of it.
I think it's already gotten like 5 different variations.
Yeah.
Like, and releases, and there's more coming. This was kind of like a free shipping title. It's
Oh yeah,
Day One.
Day One.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lupita Nyong'o was pretty good in this. The kid in this was a big.
The cat's the best actor in the movie.
Yeah,
She about
I saw
like
that
8 more
one.
than I do.
I would have
saw
ditched
it.
that dude halfway through that movie.
I didn't mind it at all. I saw it on the plane. I might like it the most out of all of them.
Oh, hot take.
I don't know if it's a hot take. It's just like some of the first two is like ridiculous. The stuff that they're doing, like I don't know, just there's a lot of plot holes in the first one, and then the second one's a little too, I don't know. This one, it's like there's very little going on, and they're a lot more scared. I don't know. It's just and I'm not, whatever. It is what it is.
And then picked up a steelbook for 4K steelbook for Fight Club if it ever comes out.
Yeah.
Fuck, did you get that from?
This is I actually thought it was like the whole disc. This is just a company that makes like steelbooks. And I got one for the Substance too.
You
And I'm
can't be
glad I
showing him shit like this. God damn it. There are rules.
I don't care about the movies. I just need the steelbook. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's just like Gremlins, You can't feed them after midnight. You can't show them shit like this.
And then
All right. When we get done with the stream, if you do nothing else, send me the link to that company that makes the steelbooks.
Send them the links of everything you've shown, including the hand.
and then
I do have that.
cap that off. I got the Fincher Panic Room 4K.
Yeah, day one for me.
And yeah, that's like my last 2 months worth.
Well, that's a hell of a haul, dude. Johnny, you got some
Is
more
that
shit?
is that Panic Room 4K steelbook? Is that still available?
Yeah,
He's
you
on
can
that
definitely
one.
find
It's
it.
on Amazon.
Okay. Hey, definitely look that up whenever you get a minute. Panic Room 4K steelbook. Thank you. All right. So this all came in basically it was just 10 Blu-rays that was like pretty much saran wrapped together from the same company. I didn't even realize they even had one of these, let alone 2 of them. They did one back in February during the Valentine's Day sale. I completely missed it because they only did 100 bundles. But Brad hit me up just right in the nick of time, and I locked this bad boy in. So it's Full Moons, Strange Invaders, and Unknown Worlds collection. Just gives you a little art card on the side of it. You can see it's 148 of 200. Charlie's Band's fucking meth head signature there on the side. But definitely got that. So here's the 10 Blu-rays. They were just all put together, saran wrap. They're individually sealed and all that. I think he was just taking some of Full Moon stock and just trying to hawk it really quick.
I think they're in financial ruin at this point.
It was like $50, but the shipping was like $4. By the time I did the math on it, I think each came out pretty much like $5.50 pretty much for each Blu-ray. And if you look on his website, he's trying to sell these movies for like $15, $17 a piece. So it was a no-brainer for me. I definitely would have bought the first one, which I think was like Monsters and Mutants or something. I can't remember the title of it, but
mostly DVD too. That first one.
it was 10 Blu-rays. I went to go. I found one on
Blu-ray?
eBay, and yeah, somebody had one listed, but they wanted like $120 for it, and I was like, "Fuck that." But yeah, he charged like $50 for that one as well. So here's the 10 in there. This is a Sergio Martino film, Island of the Fishman. which Dirk and Darren recommended to watch. Shrunken Heads, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think Charlie Band himself directed that one, which, I mean, doesn't make it promising at all, but it's there. Shadow Zone, apparently remastered. Oh, let's see what we got about through it. The Resonator, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce whatever that says under that. Definitely gives me like the Reanimator vibes. That Substance release you held up a little bit ago, Steve, that kind of reminds me of Reanimator 2 because it has like the little vial in the front. Just I'm not sure exactly what they call the serum in the Substance. What is it called?
Reactor or Activator 1 or something.
Yeah.
Activator? Okay. Yeah, there you go. Next up in that, it's Robot Wars. It's some of those movies where you just fucking hit a bong and probably watch. Charlie Band's Crash. Here we go. There's some cheese right here. The Day Time Ended. I'm sure a lot of people can appreciate that artwork, but to me, that just looks goddamn awful. There we go right here. End of the World. Christopher Lee film. Here goes another one. Look at this shit. Giantess. Battle Attack. Like, come on, man. Yeah, some miniature scale shit. And to finish it all off, here goes another one. It's just like, what the fuck? But Attack of the 50-Foot Cam Girl.
So you said that I told you about that, and that's true. Yeah. But you know what happened was UK Tony contacted me like the world was about to end. Please get me that set. Get me that set and send it over to me, please, before it sells out. Hurry, please get it. And so I got it, and I started looking at those titles, and I went, God damn, what a fucking nerd. But those are exactly this is exactly where he parked his car. Those fucking movies.
Yeah, that's it. I've kind of pushed the last couple of months. I haven't really ordered a whole lot. I got a few things that's still going to come in the mail. Just very few pre-orders, and I've kind of just been making new rules on like double dipping, and even some of the newer 4Ks. The newer 4Ks that's been coming out, if it's already one I've got on Blu-ray, it's got to be something substantial for me to actually.
It needs to be an improvement. It needs to be an improvement, yeah. And that's like the whole thing with Possessor. That put a big dent in my whole. It's like everything. Until I know for sure it's a better scan, I really don't want to pick it up. It needs to be better. It needs to be 100% better. It can't go out until it's better.
I can also say this, though. The past 3 months, this is probably the least amount of shit I've ordered or bought probably in the past, I'd say like 8 years at this point, just because I'm just like, hey, man, like fucking, I barely got time to watch half this shit anyway. So if I'm going to.
Have you guys noticed? I know we've been collecting this shit for quite a while now, talking about the boutique stuff, whatever. You guys noticed it seems like when they're announcing upcoming releases, it's just another fucking release from another fucking company of the same fucking movies.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, come on, man. I mean, there's so many fucking movies out there that haven't been touched yet. I mean, I know there's rights issues and also the bullshit involved, but it seems like we're getting the same fucking 30 movies redone.
It's going to all cut back.
Which is probably playing into why you're not buying as much, But,
yeah, man. I mean, there's and like I kind of look around to it, on my shelves now where I'm going. Okay, well, I have the Scream Factory version of this. I have the Arrow version of this, and I'm kind of looking around. I'm like, why the fuck do I got like 5 versions of the same fucking movie? I don't know. That's overkill to me. I'm definitely not going to be doing that anymore. I think the last time I done that, where I really was like, okay, like it's time to get real. I bought that the Carrie 4K Steelbook from Scream Factory. I had the Blu-ray, and I was just like, this is fucking garbage. Like, why am I doing this?
It just wasn't a substantial upgrade, And sometimes, like, Cinemaps is a good example. If he doesn't have the elements to make a quality 4K, he won't do it. Like, what's that movie he worked on forever about like the reptilian fucking monster in the basement? What the hell is it called?
Oh, Kindred.
Kindred. He worked on that fucking thing for years doing rights and stuff, and the elements were not there to make a compelling 4K. So he did a Blu-ray. That's what you have to do. I mean, it just because you can do a 4K doesn't mean you should. Yeah. In some cases, if you're just going to run it through a fucking machine and call it 4K, that's different than actually doing a 4K restoration.
Yeah, definitely don't get me wrong though. Like the the limited edition box sets, I know they're expensive. Like we get from Second Sight. I'm a sucker for those. I always end up splurging for those, especially if I love the movie. I'll pay that price for it. We did that whole thing too, where we paid $66.66 for the release of Trick or Treat. Now I'm turning around and I'm pre-ordering Grindhouse release of the Beyond, and I kind of had to talk myself into that. Where now I'm like, okay, like if this is the new price point going forward, where everything's going to be like $66, like yeah, they're going to be very few and far between from now on because there's no way I'm going to order
Real
10 of
fucking
those in a
collective.
month.
Better be a banger.
That's an
Better be something to-
ultimate limited edition, though. That's like the
Yeah,
it's like the book and all that stuff. That's like the never. Like I compare it to the Never Ending Story 4K that came out this year. Like what's the book and everything. That's what this is going to be for 60. I thought it was a good price. I bought
yeah.
two.
I mean, it's loaded. It's
Yeah.
definitely loaded, and I love the fact that there's a scan of that. There's a scan of that film that we really never had it in the package before. But I was at that point where I was like, I've already got Grindhouse releasing's like box set of the fucking first time they released that with the glow in the dark slip and all that shit. And I was like, do I really need that box? And I started going over the specs of it, talking to Dirk and everything. And he was like, yeah, it's worth it, man. Just go for it. So
5 discs,
yeah,
56. It ends up being 75 shipped. And if for whatever reason you want to get rid of it, 250, 300 on eBay probably easily. But it's 5 discs, all kinds of new features, and that company barely puts out anything. So It's not like it's mass produced or anything. They put the care in it. So I think that's going to be a quality release.
We maybe get 3 or 4, and that's if they're having a really good
production. They're really banging them out a year.
Yep. So, but yeah, it's like as far as the Aeroville limited edition stuff, man, I still tote the flame for those releases and everything. It's got to be shit I want. I just can't turn around and just fucking pay $50-$60 for the for the 4K upgrade when I've got the Blu-ray limited edition sitting on the shelf, and it's just like, man, like I want something more to go on than just
the disc.
Than just a disc. Yeah,
and not everything
is what it is.
A 4K upgrade either, you know. It's like I don't need some movies in 4K.
Some movies you don't want in 4K.
Yeah.
It's not going to look as good in 4K. It's going to expose too much. Like I use Goodfellas as an example. You know, who doesn't love Goodfellas? Well, you watch it now, and you can see the fucking bands and shit on their faces, stretching their fucking faces back. Like Joe Pesci's really bad about that. That's a fucking wig he's wearing. Okay, They spray tanned him. I mean, they did anything they could do to try to make him, and it was not. They're like, we're shooting this on film. It's going to be on fucking. Nobody will ever see this stuff. You can see fucking straps pulling his fucking face and shit back. You know,
look at that Flash Gordon 4K from Arrow. I'm sure everybody picked up on that shit, but you can see those guide wires. They're not there on the Blu-ray, but on that 4K, you can fucking see them.
There's nowhere to hide in 4K. On that same coin, Basket Case gets a 4K, and I'm buying it as a novelty. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I'm going to have Basket Case on 4K, and I pop it in, and it looks great. Why does it look so much better in 4K? I don't know, but it does. So that's a clipped, shitty little movie, and it looks great in 4K. So
there's no Die Hard favorites. I mean, especially like that, man. Like that's a no-brainer all day. But to say like you already got a Blu-ray copy of this out and you
put it
okay, I'm like happy with this, but a 4K comes out and everybody goes, "Oh fuck, we got to get it now." Like, nah,
they're gonna have a slip.
Does it have a slip? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it has
and they know it too. They're like, I put a fucking slip on it, I'll buy it.
Of course.
Call it 4K and put a slip on it, and it'll sell.
That's right.
All right, let's get you with the chat real fast, and I'll show my last bit of what I got here. Ooh, the whiskey's kicking in, y'all. Just saying. All right, Shudder has some good originals. Also, Random Acts of Violence, good slasher, 3 out of 5. Heard of that?
Yeah,
Don't think
I liked it.
Did you rewatch Moon?
Yeah, I liked Moon a lot. That's a really solid sci-fi movie. Kevin Spacey and Sam Rockwell or Rockwell, I think.
Rockwell.
Okay. Yeah. I love this question, Sydney. I just introduced my wife to Fargo the other night. We watched it in the movie room here the other night, and she had never seen it before. I fucking love Fargo. Favorite scene from Fargo? It's definitely going to be based around probably the True Coat scene. I love this motherfucker's pimping the true coat. It's me and my son. There's a backstory to that. It's very funny. We use that line all the fucking time.
We go to Pancake's house.
We go to Pancake's house.
Yeah. Just funny looking in a general kind of way.
Yeah.
The whole movie.
The whole movie, yeah.
Kind of funny looking, you know.
I'm gonna say the entire fucking movie is my favorite scene.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
what I'm gonna
goddamn
say about
good.
Fargo.
He's such a super lady.
She's such a super lady.
I'll make you some eggs.
I like the characters. There's my two favorite characters are Shep Proudfoot and the father-in-law character, the with money.
Trying to
Those are my
sell
two
me a
favorites.
damn car.
And he's like, you're not selling me a goddamn car, Jerry.
Right.
You know, but I like Shep Proudfoot when he goes and beats the shit out of Steve Buscemi, beats his ass up and down the street, you know, and he's just like, smoke a fucking peace pipe, all right, calm down.
Fucking
Then,
little weasel.
the old man when he goes to like negotiate, he's like, I'm
No
gonna go
G,
no G, no money. And then he's like when he's going in the parking garage, he pulls a revolver out of his fucking coat. It's just an old 38. He opens it, he looks, God damn it. The whole time he's just like, God damn it, it's just fucking punks. And then he closes it as he says, goddamn punks. Like he's Dirty Harry, and he just gets shot and murdered immediately. I don't know. The whole movie's great.
It's just there's something about it where the whole fucking movie is just a fucking lift it off fucking center, and it makes it fucking perfect, man. There's something about it, dude. It's so great. And I was driving my wife crazy as she was watching it for the first time. It's so hard not to quote the movie as it's happening.
Jerry, we're not going to just give you $750,000. What the hell were you thinking?
Yeah.
Well, if you're not interested, we'll move on independently.
And the fucking husband, the guy, Marge, I'm gonna make the eggs. What does he do? Does he ice fish and bring her Arby's? Is that all he does?
That's what he does. He stays home and he paints while she goes to work as a fucking pregnant cop.
Yeah.
And brings her fucking Arby's and then goes back to fishing. That's Minnesota for you.
Yeah, it's fucking great, dude. It's a good one. It's a good one. Chris says, Steve, you probably beat out Tony with your releases of the substance.
I've got more
That's
on the way.
a feat.
Damn.
Cindy says, question: if a woman you were going with says, I want to watch 2 mystery thrillers, what movies would you give her to watch?
Prisoners and 7.
Pretty much did it
Yeah.
recently. Fargo. I made my broad watch Fargo, and I made her watch Gone Girl.
Yeah, she hadn't watched Gone Girl yet, but she liked Fargo. I don't know if she can handle 7 or not. Y'all both know Chris. I don't know if she can handle 7 or not.
That's pretty
Maybe.
fucking boring, man.
That'd be a particular kind of chick.
What about
I
Prisoners?
don't think she can handle 7. But then again, she watches the CSI bullshit all the time, and they got crazy shit on there too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Into it too.
The story's incredible in 7, so I mean, it trumps the gore, but it's pretty dark too. So I don't know.
I don't know. My wife's a weird one as far as movies goes. I never know what she's going to take and what she's not going to take. Whatever. I have to talk her into shit. She's definitely not a horror fan. She don't like the kind of shit that I like as far as movies goes. So I got to kind of ease her into some shit.
Well, it seemed like she liked some noir stuff. She liked Psycho.
Yeah, she loves Psycho. All the Psycho. I watched all the Psychos, the Nightmare on Elm Street, and Halloween's with her. And yeah, the Nightmare on Elm Street wasn't her favorite. She fell off of that right in the middle. But the Friday the 13th was her favorite franchise of all those. She liked that a lot, surprisingly.
It's got the most peaks and valleys.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, you're early 80s. The gore's not, I mean, the gore is just a little bit of fake blood here and there. It's not that heavy duty. So, but, and she loved the Psycho. I mean, she liked Psycho 1 better than Psycho 2. So I got to, still stay married to her. But, I understand. But she also watches goddamn fucking Andy Griffin show. So, I mean, she likes the old black and white shit.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, that 4K of the original Psycho is insane. It looks really good, like ridiculously good. There's a reason Arrow didn't do their own fucking scan of that when they did that set, because how the fuck can we do better than this? It looks really good in 4K.
Good question, Sidney. Keep them coming, man.
Yeah.
Johnny had the box set of some of those band films. I like Robot Wars and Shadow Zone. But the 50-foot tall Ken girl can go fuck itself. Wild Wrangler says, Brad, is Upgrade movie any good? Yeah, Upgrade's
it's really
fantastic.
good. Lee Winnell, really good.
Yeah, fantastic, man. Yeah, Upgrade's a good one. When I went and seen that in theaters, I hadn't seen the trailer. I just seen the poster. I take that back. I had seen the trailer one time and I went and seen it in theaters. Didn't know much about it. I thought that was Tom Hardy. The guy that plays the main character. He looks a lot like fucking Tom Hardy. This is before I really knew I was really a Tom Hardy fan, and I thought that was Tom Hardy as the main character. So I seen the movie, of course, but I thought that was him as the main star. But yeah, that's a great fucking movie. The best part of that movie to me, if you hadn't seen it, I won't ruin anything. But when he first takes control in that first fight, and the way he reacts to all that shit, it's fantastic. It's done really well.
He finally lets the AI take over.
Yeah, it's
like,
done.
Oh
really
God,
well.
Stop!
Yeah, it's so good. Was Never Ending Story set at $200?
It was 179 and then 200 shipped, I think.
That's that big ass fucking brown book thing, whatever.
Yeah, Tony bought it.
All right, the Full Moon Legacy Collection Volume 1 has a few of those band films you showed in it. Brian says, had a couple smoked old fashions at Dinner Island. I'm right there with you. Nice, man. I got introduced to a smoked old fashioned a few years back, man. I'm a big fan of them. They're really fun to watch made too, especially when you already got a buzz when they're making them. Killing of a Sacred Deer and Psycho. Killing of a Sacred Deer is a good one, man. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. I think Chris would enjoy that one. Sydney says, The Breakfast Club, your thoughts? Brian's in the chat. He's going to have a lot to say about that.
I love it.
Yeah, I love Breakfast Club, man. It's timeless. Kid of the 80s. You can't be a kid of the 80s and not be a fan, I don't think. It's a classic. Probably one of John Hughes' best movies.
It's got teenagers in it, so you know I love it.
Fucking gay. Gay as shit.
Yeah, you hear both sides of the fucking faults here. Both sides of the coin. But yeah,
my parents suck. Wah.
That's the basis of it, but
that's the whole fucking thing. All of them, all four of them. My parents, wah. And then fucking Judge Reinhold? Not Judge Reinhold. What's his second name? Judd Nelson.
Judd Nelson.
Right? Judd Nelson's like on his way home, and then the end of the movie celebrates. Fuck yeah! He's on his way home to get his ass beat, locked in the closet, have cigarettes put out on him. Yeah, that's all fucking. He had a good time in detention.
Subscribers, there they go.
He had a good time in detention, so yeah. On my way home to see my fucking dad who's gonna kick my ass and lock me in the closet. Yeah. Cigarettes out on my fucking back.
Y'all stay tuned to our full review of The Breakfast Club. All right, yeah, Brian's favorite movie. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my stack here, and we're gonna get on out of here. It's getting late. Gotta put the kids to bed. All right. So I picked up the Night of the Creeps.
Gotta put the kids to bed.
What's that?
Did you say you gotta put the kids to bed?
Your
kids are 30, 33, 30. They don't even live there.
What's your thoughts on the slip? Whatever. I hated it at first. Now it's kind of growing on me a little bit.
I kind of like that slip.
Kind of different. Kind of cool. So
I don't like the back.
Yeah,
I hate the way they just throw an image on the back. That's lazy. Give me some original artwork. Come on, man.
Yeah, I can't believe they don't like put them through a filter or something. They just take any still from the movie.
Just put a random
back there.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
Got this from Brad. Didn't have it in my collection. Whatever. He was nice enough to send that to me. Whatever. So yeah, Wallace. Can't believe I had this in my collection, man. I hadn't seen this in a while, but I really dug this flick. It's a good one. I had it on streaming, but didn't own it. Johnny, I think I may have told you a lie, man. Because I see this one in my collection. So I guess I don't have the newest one that came out. So I apologize. I'm gonna steal your thunder. I guess I'm gonna show these, but I didn't think that I had this.
That might have been a February one I pulled because I got them mixed up over there, man.
Yeah, I haven't got the one for this month yet. I thought that's what you were pulling.
Skerritt?
Do what now?
Tom
His answer looks like it, don't it?
Yeah, on the cover.
No, it says Owen
he
Campbell
still
and
alive?
Patrick Flight. It
Uh,
does like Tom
Looks like
Skerritt, though.
Tom Skerritt's kid for sure.
And I'm John. I apologize. I hate to steal your thunder there. 1031 Part 3. I don't have Part
There
2
you
or
go.
Part 1, but I got Part 3 now. So
I like that company. I've never been a huge fan of the movie span, but I'm glad they're doing those kind of movies. They're fun little movies.
and I think this was in there also. You got there was a couple IFC Midnights of this one, Johnny. You got The Damned.
Yep.
Big fat IFC Midnights. I didn't have these, so that was good. I got the other one here somewhere. I'll get to it in a minute. A24, The Brutalist. Everybody's spooging this movie. I know nothing about it. I know it won all kind of awards and shit, whatever. But yeah, I got this from A24 site, whatever. I'm gonna check that out at some point. Anybody seen this?
no.
Everybody's talking about it. But I
He
don't
won
know
an Oscar, I think, this year.
Yeah. And this one here, I remember seeing the trailer where I went and seen Heretic, whatever. Baby Girl. So this is another A24 from their site, which is what they're really kind of starting to do now, I guess. But
Yeah.
the trailer for this looked interesting. You got Nicole Kidman, whatever, basically being this guy's little bitch. And I think it's some kind of fucking weird ass fuck movie. I don't know what it is, but I don't know.
But I bought it.
So
I gotta have
this is
everything.
a Vinegar Syndrome Shutter release. Spoonful of Sugar. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's one of their Shutter lines from Vinegar Syndrome. So it's still sealed. I'm hoping I can watch this on streaming. Like I said, I'm coming that close from jumping off the Shutter line because some of these movies are getting pretty out there, and I don't know nothing about them. And Birth Rebirth. This is another Shutter release for Vinegar Syndrome. She is still sealed out and watched it yet, but I mean,
They should have only done 4Ks and kept that fucking line going with the hard
yeah, I was
box.
hoping there was going to be some bigger titles, but like I said, I'm still hanging in there so far. And this here so far is one of my best releases of the year. Deep Blue Sea from Arrow. This 4K looks fantastic. This fucking movie holds up. I mean, it's like you got to kind of turn your brain off a little bit for this one here, but it's a really good shark movie. It's probably definitely going to be my top 5 shark movies. And this is a great looking release from Arrow Video. You got the outside slip, and nice hard box here, side loader, and you get all the shit on the inside that you normally get from Arrow. And I love that fucking artwork there. So yeah, this 4K looked fucking phenomenal, man. And I had a good time with this. Special features are great. Right now, if we were to do a top 5 releases of the year right now, this would definitely be in my top 5. So I went through from start to finish, watched all the special features on this one, and I just had a really good time with it. So
Stay tuned until January.
yeah, like I said, it's a good one, man. Now I'm going to back that up with another Arrow release that was also had a really good time with, and this is a movie I had seen back in the day, but I had seen it forever, and I forgot just how fucking good it was. And that was A Long Kiss Goodnight. And when I say I've seen it back in the day, I remembered very little about this.
That's a good one.
And I was talking to Brad when I was watching this, man, and he was telling me some lines to kind of keep my eye out for. And like I said, it was almost like a blind watch because I didn't remember what the fuck this was all about.
Yeah.
And of course, you got the Merry Christmas motherfucker on the back of the card there. But yeah, this movie here is a really, really good fucking time, dude. I had a good time with it. It was a blast actually, and that black with that artwork looks fucking phenomenal. And you got really nice artwork on the slip. So I mean, Arrow Video knocked it out of the park with this one as well. I think they're having a great year so far, man. But these are 2 great Arrow Video.
She tries to fuck Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
Like,
and he turned it down, which is not going to happen. That's never going to happen. You know?
He says the last time I got blown, fucking candy bars cost a nickel.
Damn.
What was the line about the fucking ham sandwich? The ham sandwich on rye? Or the ham
guy is like trying to rob the lead, and he goes, "This is a big fucking gun." And out Sam Jackson comes out of nowhere and says, "This ain't exactly a ham on rye," and he has like this gigantic Magnum pistol.
Yeah, dude, I thoroughly enjoyed the shit out of it. As I'm watching this movie, I'm thinking to myself, "Have I ever seen this?" And I don't think I have. Maybe bits and pieces, but it was a fun watch.
A Christmas movie.
Yeah. I had all the Mission Impossibles, but I never picked up this Steelbook, mainly because it didn't match the others. But I finally decided to go ahead and grab it. Not to kiss his ass again, but Blockbuster Box Set's going to do a fucking full set of these movies. And I wanted to get the Steelbook to go in the last box, whatever. But I hadn't seen this one yet. I've seen all the other ones multiple times, but I have not yet took the time to watch Dead Reckoning yet. But I got the Steelbook for it. So I guess they're going to come out with a part 2 to this one. I think they're done with after that. So, but we'll see. Forbidden World. Never seen this before. I had it from Scream Factory, but I got the 4K now. Is what it is. Ain't gonna defend it because I can't. This is another one from the horror pack. The Other Lamb, IFC Midnight. I'm intrigued because it's an IFC Midnight. I'm a big fan of that company, whatever. So I'm hoping this is good. John, have you watched this yet by chance?
Mm-mm. Haven't watched it yet.
Ooh, I got a buzz. It's hard to do this when I got a buzz, just so you know. I'm trying my best to keep it together. All right, guys, Sing Sing. This is another A24. I just got through watching Fear the Walking Dead. I don't know the actor's name, this guy right here. Really good actor from Fear the Walking Dead. I was intrigued to this one here because he's in it, and he's a great actor in that series. Never seen him in anything else. But yeah, Sing Sing, I'm assuming it's some kind of prison movie. But now that I read more about it, I think it may be like a musical group in a prison. I don't know what it's about, but I don't think it's going to be what I thought it was. But y'all know I still get all the H24s, so I'm hoping they set their game up, or I may not be a completionist anymore. We'll see. I got the steelbook for Wolfman. We just talked about this earlier. I watched this today. I had it on Vudu. I was in the other room with the dog, so I didn't watch this. I watched the actual Vudu. I enjoyed it. I can kind of see why people kind of shit on it a little bit. I'm going to keep it in the collection for now. I do want to watch it maybe one more time, but definitely, like Steve said, I kind of like having a Wolfman in my Wolfman movie a little bit. I can kind of understand that, but there was parts about it I really enjoyed. I thought it was shot really well. I'm a Lee Winnell fan, so
I can see why they did it. You know, Lee Winnell did The Invisible Man, huge success. Came out great. I don't care if people hated it. I liked it, but they thought, well, he'll do this next. He'll do, and his friend James Wan is doing the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Kind of made sense, and then it just didn't work from what I understand. I haven't seen it yet.
And this steelbook's really nice to me. It's all, debossed or whatever you want to call it. It's a really nice steelbook. So, and you got the girl here from that fucking show with Jason Bateman that came out, whatever, on streaming, the blonde chick. Ozark. She's I'm not gonna say she's bad in this. She just don't really have a lot to work with in this movie. A lot of this movie is her looking shocked, crying, trying to get somebody on CB radio. It's not a lot for her, not a lot for her to work with. And Ozark, she had a lot of dialogue. And this movie here, she really don't have that. But still, she's a good actress. And I'm a huge fan of this show. And I decided to get this on physical media. I found this on eBay for a pretty reasonable price, still sealed. I got the full season of Shameless.
Full series, yeah.
The full series of Shameless. If you haven't seen this show, man, this was a UK show that there was a US release of it. You got fucking William H. Macy, we were just talking about, from fucking Fargo. Plays Frank in this, which is my hero. He's kind of my spirit animal. But yeah, this show here, man, it fucking rocks, dude. This show is fucking hilarious. And when this show came out, this was Don't Fuck With Me, I'm Watching Shameless when it came out. And I seen somebody had this on I looked it up on eBay. I see the sealed whole series, real cheap. I had to pick it up. I don't get a lot of TV series, but that's what I had to have in my collection. Yeah, that's all I got, man. Everything else is just, I already showed. It's all the Blockbuster box of this stuff. So that's it. I can finally put that shit on the shelf and put it in that. All right. Holland says the kids got to put you to bed, Pops. Nah, I can go all fucking night. Sydney says Sex Lives and Videotape and Dress to Kill. Your thoughts on these two?
I like them both.
Dress to Kill. Dress to Kill is
the tranny movie. Brian De Palma. It was
the one with fucking the death in the elevator scene.
Yeah, it's Michael Caine.
Yeah, right. And you got Angie Dickinson as the chick in it. Yeah. It's good. It's good. I liked it.
All Brian De Palma's got a certain quality.
American Giallo.
Yeah, American Style.
Sex Lives and Videotape. I don't think I've seen that. I know the movie, but I haven't seen it.
Similar type thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like Body Double than.
Nocturno, what's going on? Disappointed cover. Hopefully, they make a steelbook for it. Chris C says, "Baby girl, there's a date film." Holland said, "You got it, Pops. Weird fuck movie." Are you a AAA 24 member yet? The perks of that subscription service are totally worth it. No, I'm not yet. I need to, but like I said, I just don't go to the theaters often enough. I really to get the perk, whatever, getting the free ticket. If you sign up for that, you get a free ticket for any A24 movie that comes out. And I don't see too many A24 movies in the theater. I did see Heretic, but yeah, I'm thinking about it, Brian. I might sign up for it, especially if I keep getting all the A24s. But right now, I'm kind of teeter-tottering a little bit. Sarah says, "Cuckoo, I like to change about the movie. I want to watch it. It's a slasher movie. A24 is truly about the art of film. Yeah, it's getting a little too much into that, actually." City says, "Top 5 worst slipcover pops. Top 5.
Well, that's
Worst slipcovers. That could be interesting.
Could be a top 5.
We'll definitely put that in the list. Damn Dirty 8. What's going on, man? Birth Rebirth is a decent one. Of the characters seems like they're heavily inspired by Herbert West from Reanimator.
Oh shit.
Everybody said hey to Damn Dirty Ape. Oh, it's fun saying his name.
Yeah.
Sydney Eubanks says, Tom Cruise, your least favorite film from him. Least favorite film from Tom Cruise.
Jerry Maguire.
No, I love Jerry Maguire. I know you don't like it. I like Jerry Maguire.
I love his role, his portrayal in Collateral. I think he's great in that.
Hell, that's a fucking good question, man. I'm a big Tom Cruise fan.
I mean, it's tough to find a bad performance of his.
A lot of people didn't care for The Mummy.
Yeah, there you go. A lot of people don't like
The
that.
Mummy. Again, I'm still in Johnny's answer. It's The Mummy. Yeah. I fell asleep during that movie, matter of fact. Me and the wife went playing it, and it was horrible. Yeah, it was horrible. That's definitely it. Anything that you need to ask me, just ask Johnny. He's got my answer for me.
We've already been going about 2.5 hours. Anything to try to wrap this one up.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Collateral, though, man. Collateral is probably like my favorite.
Holland says,
It is,
hey,
for sure.
Damn Dirty 8. Everybody saying, hey, back and forth. You're far and away. I have that from Shout Select. I haven't watched it yet. I've never seen it. Wild Wrangler says, like Wolfman 2025.
I'm hearing mixed things, so I definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, I think you should check it out at least one time. It's shot really well.
Whenever the people like Steve and Alan evolves it, it's pretty good. It's okay. It's not great by any means. It's not like you're not going to go into it and go,
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of one of those things where it's like,
yeah, definitely don't go out and buy it. Watch it online somehow if you can. I definitely wouldn't purchase it.
It's like, do I need to waste my, if I can at best get one movie in a day, do I need to burn my one movie on that, or is there like plenty other, you know what I mean? Like that's that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm not mad that I've seen it, whatever, but like I said, I don't know when I'll go back and rewatch it again. One of those deals.
Yeah.
Guys, we appreciate everybody being here. So we've been going for a little over 2 hours. Try to keep it around 2 hours. We've been going 2.5 hours almost. But we want to get on here and bullshit a little bit, say to everybody, show our shit. But we'll be back with something here soon. But everybody have a good rest of your weekend. Anybody got anything else to say before we get out of here?
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Stay out of trouble.
As always, guys, appreciate y'all joining, and we'll see y'all the next stream. Y'all take care.
Later.